It's MARKPIRES. And it's real talk.
Today, looking for another way
to ease my mind and help my living. It's real talk. It's the daily variety show, MARKPIRES Real Talk. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 620 in a row, and we're going to get into it. So head over to YouTube, subscribe and ding the bell. Head over to DLive, subscribe and ding the bell. And we're here every single day for the last 620 days. And if the coronavirus can stay away from me and I can stay healthy, I will be with you every day for the rest of my days, and hopefully that's a long time. We're going to get into some music tonight, guys. We need to connect. It's such a negative world right now. My friend Paul is with us right from the top on YouTube, guys. So you could go and hang out with Paul over on the tube. But we're living in the most toxic world I've ever. I'm 42. I've never seen a world this toxic. And the mainstream media, gaslighting. Yeah, you're great at it. We know. I keep seeing the craziest stories that boil me up, and I'm a guy who's trying to stay down the middle on this, and it just pisses me off to see how bad that the left-wing type of mentality in the media is. It's just crazy. The stories, let me push publish. I'm just going to push publish. It's crazy. This is what they do in 2020. I call it the National Enquirer. How about you? You still trust it? Do you still trust anything that you hear from the mainstream media? Because I don't. I look to the source. Whenever I see a clip, whenever I see something that's clipped out by MSNBC or CNN, I'll be like, oh, that's interesting. What tie is that guy wearing? What suit? What background? Let me go and source that. Let me watch the full 30 minutes. What the hey? What the hey? Because I'm about to make a judgment on someone based on a 3-second clip. I'm about to decide their possible future and if they're a good person or if they're possibly Hitler. Based on a 3-second, 6-second clip from CNN. Like, guys, I edit content on a daily basis. And CNN, MSNBC, whatever, they are really good at editing. I didn't go to school for editing. I'm pretty good. These guys are freaking amazing. All right? I want to share something as well. I dropped a piece of content earlier today that's just started yesterday, really. It was something from the show. Very quick little clip. It's Sleeps Over Joe. And he's a rapper, really. And so I just had this concept. I was listening to this. Look, my mind works musically, okay? And when I saw the clip of Joe Biden and he's saying, look, I'll let the American people judge me on my character. And he's trying to say the words and he gets kind of tongue-tied. Well, it's an opportunity for a comedian to work with that content. I find it interesting that people have such a hard time laughing at truth. I'm sorry. Guy has a hard time speaking right now. Maybe a few years back he was a little better, but he can't speak without a teleprompter anymore. They're hiding him. I'm a guy in the middle, so I could be open and honest about both sides and how crazy it is, you know? But I would say this is a very funny piece of content. And when somebody creates something out of this, a rap song out of something like this, I don't know how you can feel negative about it. I'm going to just share it with you, and then we'll talk about it a little afterwards. Here we go. Like, did you guys see my rap for Joe Biden yet? This is pretty funny.
Very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness, my mental fitness, my mental fitness.
Look, I can't help it that you chose a sleep sofa as your candidate.
My physical as well as my mental fitness, my mental fitness, my mental.
Have you heard of Joe Biden in the basement? He be hiding, waiting to come out to see his shadow. Run back downstairs. He's a groundhog. Oh no, there's 6 more weeks of race wars.
Physical as well as my mental fitness.
That's it. Oh, so that's going to be the rap. I'm going to write over that. I think I just did it. I think that'll just be it. I'll clip it tomorrow and drop that, what we just did right there, Nita. Have you heard of Joe Biden? In the basement, he be hiding. It's crazy. But that's a funny bit. Okay, like you don't have to get upset by that. Just laugh because it's truth. When someone says words like, I'll let the American people judge me on my character and on my mental acuity or whatever the hell he said, but he can't get through the words, it's a comedian's dream right there. So one of the new followers, subscribers of the show is like very offended by this because apparently they're a huge Joe Biden fan and they hate Donald Trump. Look, this is the whole point of why I create comedy like this. We need to be able to laugh at these two individuals. And if you can't laugh at an impression of people that are just taking things to extreme, you should really look at in the mirror and figure out what you want to do next. Because no matter who wins, we are doomed. You know that, right? I keep hearing both people saying, well, look, I got to have that. If I get 4 more years, it's going to be great. We're going to come together. No, you're not. Or you got the other side. Look, my Aunt Judy told me that I'm fighting for the soul of America. All right, so all I need you to do is get on with Joe. All right, look, it's Joe here. I love how now his new thing, he started for a little while, he's like, look, it's sleepy. I mean, now he's like, look, it's Joe here. I'm trying to relate to you. Joe, good old Joe. But look, I understand. I'm going to make a prediction for you, and I'm already seeing it. I saw another 2 stories today that came out. So this is what I predict. And if you are a person who's going to be continuing to blast these stories every day between now and election day, you are a fool. Every single day from here until election, you will see some sort of story out there. And it's going to be a smear campaign in order to create some sort of 24-hour news cycle, just like they've done for 4 years, guys. You know that, right? I saw it today. I wish I could tell you what it was. It was on Facebook. And one of my friends on Facebook posted it. And it was so ridiculous. Oh, Donald Trump said this. I was like, oh, freaking hey, really? Okay. Every day you're going to see a Donald Trump did this. Donald Trump said this. It's like, you know what? You have to do that when your candidate is so bad he can't stand up and have a conversation. He can't debate. He will not debate. He will not debate. He's going to back out. And I'm sorry. I wish that he would stand up there and fight and show the American people what he's got. But he's going to try to win just on lies. He's going to try to win based on hate. And I think that's wrong, people. That's wrong. And if you're going to judge both of these candidates by what the media tells you, we are in very big trouble. You need to go and look at content. You need to spend the time because they show you what they want you to see. It's a very simple thing. I want to point something out to you guys. I did 5 hours and 40 minutes last night. Glynis is on. How are you? Sig is on. Paul is on. Love it. Guys, we're on the tube. We're on DLive. Head over. Join us. Last night we did 540. I didn't talk about COVID-19 once, did I, Glynis? Glynis was with me for basically the whole show. Glynis, did I talk about COVID-19 at all last night? Did I have a conversation about what's an effective treatment for COVID-19? Did I talk about that there's some sort of like conspiracy about COVID-19? Do you guys remember me talking about coronavirus or COVID-19 at all? The answer is no. And Glynis said it, nope. I did 5 hours, 40 minutes last night of pure positivity. We played music most of the night. We were really into the moment, talking about just the experience of life and how negative the world is, how we can stay away from that and rise above. We're here to level each other up, not to bring each other down. And this 2020 and actually this 2016 to 2020 cycle has been bringing everybody down while everything else is actually doing very well. I strongly suggest you go and I would even look at Obama's accomplishments. Biden and Obama, it was really Obama, but Biden was there. 8 years against 4 years of Trump, and just look and see who did what. And base your judgment not on what mainstream media tells you. And just to finalize the story, this made me sad. Somebody new to the show said, I'm not listening anymore. You're going to make fun of Joe Biden when we have a crazy man in the White House? And I'm like, look, pre-escalator. That's what I always say, pre-escalator. Every single person loved Donald Trump. He was the most beloved character. You can go anyway. It's Donald Trump. Look, everybody. Yes, thank you very much. I'm winning big league. Look, it's my wife, number 4. Or is it 3? I don't really know. Her name is Melania. And we're going to have the steak tartare. Could you get it for me, Philippe? Thank you. Thank you very much. Look, I'm thinking about running for president. Maybe president, too. Because I think it'll be very pleasant as a president. But seriously, guys, the day he came down and said he's going to do what he's going to do, and the fake news started that day. If you look at episode 25 of the Trump show, it's insane. It's like a 5-minute cast slate of just every Democrat telling people to go out in the streets and riot and go out in the streets and cause problems and don't stop, and get out there. And it's not going to stop by election day, and it shouldn't. Like, the potential vice president of the United States shouldn't be telling the people that are doing what they're doing for the last 90 plus days that they shouldn't stop, that they should continue. Like, that's the wrong rhetoric. And I look at the other side, I'll watch these news things, and yeah, I see Trump, he's just ripping on Biden. Did you see Sleep's over? Did you see the Sleepy? He was on the screen, but he's like bewildered. And he has all the questions ahead of time. I don't even understand how it happens. They're like, oh, Sleep Sofa, could I ask you a question? I wanted to know if you could, and then you go to Sleep Sofa, and he's like, move it up. Look, my Aunt Judy told me to go higher. I can't read it yet. And then he's reading off of a teleprompter. The answer's on the screen. Look, I think people need to understand when you go out and you get the work done. And that's what we should do is find those people that do that. Like, you could see, you could hear him. He's reading off of. And look, I don't want a president that can't have a conversation with people. This is my problem. Like, I think, yeah, Trump is crazy. He says a lot of crazy things. Absolutely. Absolutely. But he's not a politician. Who the hell is trying to pretend to this day that he's a politician? Never been. He's just a businessman who I think it did a lot of really positive things for the United States of America until the coronavirus came along. And I do think it also very interesting that they're campaigning on what has happened to the economy from the coronavirus to today. Is anybody else like freaking out of their minds with this? Like, worst economy in history, 50,000 million gazillion. That's a Biden talk. 5 billion million people out of work. And what is this president doing? He's doing nothing. In fact, he could have saved lives. Really? What could somebody do? We have comorbidities in the United States of America, and we obviously don't care about the spread. How funny is it that they made Sturgis some huge deal? 250,000 people spread coronavirus from Sturgis. There's been rioting on the streets for 90 plus days, and not one newscast has said, look, they're spreading coronavirus. I actually saw one that said, we have a report that there's no spread of coronavirus based on the rioting. What the? Are you kidding me? What world am I living in? The lies they try to spoon feed us. And I'm sorry I'm getting upset, guys, but the problem is I lost somebody that I wanted to be here for this show because we are a positivity platform. We're going to get past this right now and move forward. But we are a positivity platform. But the way we stay positive is by making fun of the stupidity of the world. And when I see someone do something like Sleepy Joe, I got to make fun of it. And I can't stop my creativity. That's the other thing you guys need to understand. When you're a content creator and your intuition tells you to do something, you do it. You don't think, well, some lady or some man's going to come along and say, I don't like that, sir. Well, I'm the creator. I think it's weird. I got another thing that was weird. And this is, again, people are acting out of their minds. There's a guy on Instagram that I have not ever had a problem with. In fact, I used to just adulate anybody. I do. Anybody who's on with me. Glynis, Tony, how are you? Tony, how you doing? Who else new in February? Well, I think that my timeline's all messed up. Tony, like, I'm having a hard time remembering anything that as far as timeline, because I saw some document the other day that there was a document that was entered into, I wish I could find this for us. It was entered into, I think it was entered into court on January 28th. And the whole thing was riddled with COVID-19. And it talked about the ongoing pandemic. And we didn't have a pandemic in January 28. You know what I mean? It's like, so the weird stuff is this entire thing has been planned, guys. I just want you to know. This is what Tony, you're awesome. Tony knows what's going on. Here's what you guys need to know. And this is just the backstory. Marianne will be on with me probably on Sunday. She comes on every week. Investigative journalist Marianne Hanane. She's awesome. Every week we come on and we just chat. We get into it. Most times it starts with what she's working on, and we just get into life and how to stay above the negativity. But anyway, so something that she filled me in on along the way, and I've been doing the research myself. Event 201. Okay, in October of 2019, Bill Gates, Melinda Gates, the WHO, the CDC, all of these bad characters that are now controlling the narrative, they created a simulation event. New York City, look it up, guys. There's video of it in Plandemic, the movie, which Marianne was a part of. And they basically are there, and this is the creepiest thing. It's like war games. They're sitting there reading off a script. The guy goes, okay, we're in a pandemic now, and we have to work together as a globe. And then they go to some other bad actor, and he goes, well, I think we need to create some misinformation, some fake news, so people are kind of really nervous, and they follow our directives. Guys, gotta find this Plandemic movie. It has been censored everywhere, just like I'm being censored. I can't believe they censored me last night. So just getting back to that, because Glynis was on with me for the entire show. I did not say the words COVID-19 at all. I did play the poison bit. Look, I've got a mini-series. It's called The Donald Trump Show. And bottom line is a couple of the episodes are called Don't Drink the Nancy Poison. She's poison. Everything she touches turns to poison. And so bottom line is, in that episode, I make a reference to say that don't drink the Nancy Poison. She's going to kill more people than coronavirus. Really, she's going to. And so that's the vibe on it. Oh. And you know what's so true? Tony says, and the Bowdens, how are you, my friend? My man Planet X is here. I'm loving it. You guys are my people. All right, we got to play some music. All right, but I wanted to just say one final thing about this. By the time January came around, we were done. They let this thing out. I think like the final day of this event 201, they're like, Bill Gates was like, why don't we bring a sample from the Wuhan lab and just release it in the Wuhan fresh market there. Just give it to some man. Put it on his chicken. Like, I could see that absolutely happening. And now we have this whole thing that was... Can I also point out they couldn't get Donald Trump out of office, and the day later we hear about coronavirus? Like, what the... This entire thing is shady. The World Bank documents 2017, every single country in the world purchased COVID-19 test kits. How is that possible? How did people know something like COVID-19? How did they have something called COVID-19? This is a patented product, guys. You can't patent something unless it is not made by humankind, just by the nature. If it's made by nature, you cannot patent it. So basically, they created this. And now the craziest thing about this document I saw, 2017, they all buy test kits. The projected start date of the project, they call this a project. COVID-19, it's a project. It starts on April 2nd, 2020. Guess when Trump closed the economy? You guys remember this? March 23rd. I remember I was sitting in the studio in my office, and my manager was like, look, you can't come in tomorrow. I was like the only one going in. Everybody was like shutting down. And she goes, we just got the directive. You can't film Real Talk here anymore. You need to go home. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, we're shutting down. Like the government's shutting down. Everything's shutting down. March 23rd. Okay. So April 2nd was the start date, projected start date. Guess when it's supposed to end? March 31st, 2025. They're going to drag this along for 5 years. They're going to destroy our way of life so we forget what it was like to be the way we have been forever. I always say it's going to be a very odd thing when they say, sure, take the masks off, go hug, go handshake again. People are going to be like, no. They're breaking our connection to each other. And it's all intentional. And that's why I love you guys here. We will be here. We'll connect. We'll play songs, whatever you guys want. But we just need to find the positivity because this world is bringing us down. I call it the negatube. I shut it off on December 31st, 2018, and I've been here with you since. I'm never stopping. I said yesterday, a couple of days ago, I got this 120-inch screen that I installed when I purchased this house. Projector, I used to watch it every day. I swear. I bring the screen down. I have a golf simulator. I'd go there and I didn't hit the ball, but I would just swing over it. This is how I would relax after work, after selling real estate every day. I shut it all down. I haven't watched television since. I've seen like a little golf maybe. There's a show I love. Ancient Aliens, obviously, and The Curse of Oak Island. Those are the only two things I will watch on TV. All right? And if I could find either of those channels while I'm on, and I do have the TV on, I'll watch. My son watches Ancient Aliens with me. And besides that, I shut off the negatube because I will be the light. That's my philosophy. I don't need someone else to tell me what will make me feel a certain way. I'm going to bring us to a level that doesn't exist. That's what I want to do. That's what we're going to do. And so I appreciate you guys. And let's get a little something going here, okay? What I say is the only way for us to really get this party started is if we rock all night long, all right? Now you know what's coming.
Well, my friend, the time has come. Raise the roof and have some fun. Throw away the work to be done. Let the music play on. Everybody sing, everybody dance. Sound and well romance. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta forever. Come on, let's sing along. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta fun. Come on, let's sing along. All night long, all night long, all night long, all night long. People dancing all in the street. See the rhythm all in their feet. Life is good, it's wild and sweet. Let the music play on. Feel it in your heart and feel it in your soul. Let the music take control. We're going to party, lightning, fiesta forever. Come on, let's sing my song. All night long, all night long, all night long, all night long.
You guys ready to get into it? We're going to play all night long, my friends. Tony, Deborah, Dagger's in the house. I'm loving it. Tawny came in. Tawny Cher's here. Jules. Oh, you guys are awesome. Planet, my brother Planet's in the house. Scott, look, I'm going to play something that I think we need to get down on. This happened the other night. Actually, I think it was, let's see, I'm seeing more people. Javi, how are you, my friend? And Bubba's in the house. And Conway. Guys, I love you all. Oh, thank you, buddy. What do you want to hear, Conway? What do you want to hear, my brother? I want you guys to ask for something. I'm going to play it. You know what? Thank you, brother. Guys, subscribe, ding the bell. I'm live every single day for the rest of my days. I've been live for 620. We do from 2 to 6 hours every day. Then I drop some face swaps, which you haven't seen yet. We're going to do that in a little while. You guys are awesome. Jules, how are you? So I want to play you guys something, and let's see how you dig on this, okay? This is a little U2. What's the song? Let's just go to the YouTube. Let's pull them open as a band. I got a couple I play of theirs that I've been really digging on lately. You guys are so cool. So I do it. Also, I'm a celebrity impressionist. So anybody you want to hear, just ask for, and I'll do it for you. I've got probably face swaps of everybody. I do Norm Macdonald, Artie Lang. Those are the two randomists that I started doing recently. But, you know, Christopher Walken, Al Pacino. Obviously, Donald J. Trump as well. Look, we're winning big league. This is the one I want to play for you right here. So I love this song, guys. One of the best bands ever. I'm going to give you a little, this is one of my favorite things to do on covers. 1987. It's Casey Kasem, with or without you. You too. MARKPIRES cover, and we're off. I'm Casey Kasem. See the stone set in your eyes. See the thorn twist in your side. And I wait for you. Sleight of hand and twist of fate. On a bed of nails, she make me wait. And I wait for you, with or without you, and with or without you. Through the store, reach the shore, you give it all and I want more, and I'm waiting for you. Without you, with or without you, yeah, yeah, I can't live with or without you, and you give yourself away, and you give yourself away, and you give. And you give, and you give yourself away, with or without you. My hands are tied, body bruised, she got me with nothing to win, and now fair left to lose, and you give yourself away, and you give yourself away, and you give. And you give yourself away, with or without you. Whoa, with or without you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't live, with or without you, yeah, yeah, yeah. U2's awesome, right? How you guys doing, my people? My people. Glynis in the house. Jules. Could I do Hillary? How could I do Hillary? Well, I guess I could just murder people and you'd be like, oh, it's Hillary. Let's see who he's got over here. Grady, how you doing, my man? Oh, thank you so much, pal. Listen, you guys are awesome. I'm here to connect with you and to remind you that there's a ton of garbage out there. But every day, if you're feeling down, find me. I may get censored. They may shut me down because you're about to see some of the stuff I do. You're seeing part of it, but you don't know the full extent of what I do. My man Scott, woo! And Conway, thank you so much. It's a bloody mess. Jules knows what's going down. And I don't know what else to do except for come out here and shine some light. And hopefully you guys can grab onto it and you could add something to it and then go out and just affect a positive change. That's the motto of this program, to affect a positive change one person at a time. I can't be greedy. You shouldn't be either. Just affect one person a day. If you do that, I guarantee you, you'll do something I call soulfillment. You'll fill your soul. When we do for others, we fill our own souls with happiness. And I just pray for us that we could find the happiness again, because as a society, guys, it's killing us. It's killing us. Thank you, Conway. I'm here with you. M. Reed, how are you, my friend? Wages is my man. Planet's my man. Blockchain, how are you? Oh, thank you, Richard. I really appreciate you guys. I got to tell you, this is what the message has been for 618 days. And right now, or 620 days. I'll tell you what, we did 6 hours and 5 minutes 3 days ago, 2:40, and then 5 hours and 40 yesterday. And I was like, I'm going to do like a half hour tonight. I'm dead. But you know what? Once I come out here with you guys, we're rolling. Let's go. You know what I mean? So I wanted to share something with you. That the message has always been the same. And about a week and a half ago, I got a message. I got censored 3 times by Facebook because I have something called the Donald Trump Show, which is it basically just shows the hypocrisy of both sides, but mostly of what's going on with them trying to slander Trump at every step. And it's just funny because I do a Trump impression, but I also do Mike Pence. And I could do Sleep Sofa Joe as well. My Aunt Judy told me. She said that on my legs, I have white hair. Kids like to rub their hands up and down my leg. I like it when they sit on my lap. And so we do that. Look, Sleepy. I call him Sleep Sofa Joe. He's a sleep sofa. Everywhere you go, you take a nap. I'm sorry. That's Mr. Napper, really. Planet knows what's going on. I'm going to play something for Planet, for Scotty, because this is what the Donald Trump Show is, okay? But I'm going to show you just a small portion of it. Like, did you guys see my rap? No, not this one, Joe, buddy. Hold on a second. Let me show you a little. This you got to see. And then we're going to play more music, so do not go anywhere. I hope you guys like this as well, because this is basically what the show is. It's music. It's what you just heard, which is me trying to tell you how amazing you are. And then we do this as the total roundabout. I'm trying to pick the right one for you. I'm going to play this one for you. This is basically me doing a lot of impressions from the 600th episode in a row. Here we go. And I'm going to talk to you guys in the chat at the same time. It's Hammerlin Jameson with episode 22 of the Donald Trump Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me to speak at the 600th episode of the MARKPIRES Real Talk Show. It's been quite a journey. I have to say, he's done a lot of face swaps. He's done a lot of different shows about the Trumper. But on top of that, he's got some episodes of the Trump Show that are pretty good. Making fun of Poison, Sleeps Over Joe. You know, we're calling him Joey Futon now as well. He's a futon. You can get futons or sleep sofas when you stop by Sleep Sofa Joe's warehouse. Comes in 7 fabrics and sizes. The Senator, it's a lumpy mess. Just like the sleep sofa, really. Look, I've got a few people that want to say happy 600th day to Mark, so let's get into it and see who we got. Number 2, it's been 600 days, and he's still alive.
No matter what we try, Dr. Evil, he keeps broadcasting.
But Dr. Evil, he did not follow our projections. Silence! Enough of this insolence. Everybody gather around. Look, I've got a plan. If we can just... Wait, no, hold on. Where are you taking me? Wait, let me go back because I'm trying to share my plan with them. Okay, let's send in the murder hornets. Are you kidding me? Dr. Evil called? Look, I'm kind of pissed at Dr. Evil right now. Pocket dialed me last time, and I think he's working with Fauci and Bill Gates. That's right, Evil Gates. Anyway, that's another story. What else we got? Yeah, I got one for you. It's Mark Pyre's 600th day in a row. And I called Artie to see if he wants to say anything. Hey, Artie.
Yeah, I'll say hi. 600 days. That's freaking crazy. Congratulations.
You know, I don't know about you, but I miss that tag team duo. Seriously, Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang? That's a match made in heaven. I'm wondering if God had that plan. Look, if we put these two together, they're going to make magic happen. Anyway, what else we have?
Hi, Mark. It's Mark Zuckerberg. Look, congratulations on 600 shows, but I'm going to continue to block your show because I don't like your content. Maybe if you didn't talk about Donald Trump, I wouldn't suppress your program. But I zuck.
So wait, let me get this straight. So you censor the Real Talk program, and then you're going to call and say congratulations? Oh, congratulations, Mark, for broadcasting and me blocking you every single time. You're doing great at getting it nowhere. Anyway, what else we got?
My name is Chuck Schumer. I'm here to talk about Sleep Sofa Joe and Mark Pyres, 600 days in a row. It's pretty impressive if it was not Mark Pyres. If it was a Joe Biden or a Democrat, I would really think it's great.
I gotta tell you, I almost hate this guy as much as Pelosi. All right, who's next?
I just wanted to wish Mark Pyres a happy 600 days. That's a lot of days in a row. And we've been working on the coronavirus vaccine for like 20 years now. So I know what he's going through. But it's quite an effort. And I'm hoping that he can get people to take our vaccine.
Look, we all know you're trying to vaccinate the world, Bill. And I just want to strap you down and give you the first dose.
Well, hi, Mark. It's Sleep Sofa Joe Biden. I know you've been calling me Joey Futon, but look, I plan on beating Donald Trump in November. The fact is, I got an earpiece in. They're telling me everything to say. And if I don't say it right, I got the teleprompter as a backup. My Aunt Judy told me I could be a heck of a president, Mark. So I'm counting on you for your vote. Gotta beat Donald Trump, and we need the Real Talk show.
Normally I'd be like, that's cool, but it sleeps over Joe, and I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't fall asleep, Mark, during his little speech there. But there's still time between now and November for Sleep Sofa Joe to fall asleep on his futon. That's right, Joey Futon. What do we got next?
Hey, Mark. It's Al Pacino. Just want to wish you happy 600.
Not many people cooler than Al Pacino. You know, I'd love to get a cappuccino with Al Pacino. Maybe a Dunkachino with Al Pacino. I don't know.
My name is Andrew Cuomo. I've been here doing this Real Talk program a few times now. It's 600 days. You know, I was on here last at 500 days. I said this guy's going to go over. There's no way he's not doing under 1,000, okay? But look, COVID's serious. If you need some PPE, you can send them to New York, and I'll put them in the nursing homes. Look, I got to go, but happy 600, Mark.
Freaking Cuomo, right? Unbelievable. How's your Cuomo doing? Andrew, I'm pretty sure Mark does not want to hear from Cuomo. But you have a really nice Cuomo, much better than mine. Guys, what's up? Gary V. Look, 600 days in a row, Mark Pyres, Real Talk. I can't believe it. This guy's on fire. He's going to go all the way to maybe 15,000 days. And look, I just got to tell you, nobody else has got that. Nobody else is doing it. So crushing it. 600 days, crushing it. I think this guy's going to go until the sun burns out. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. Those are some kind words for the Real Talk show from Gary V. Gary Vaynerchuk, I'm not sure. If you don't know Gary V, then you must not be on social media. He's a good guy. He's rising up. Anyway, 600 days in a row is a big deal, and Gary V believes it. What else we got? Anything else here? Mark, I just heard the news. 600 days in a row. I can't believe it. Last time we talked, it was 500 days, and you just go. You like the Energizer Bunny. Oh, no. I did. I told you back then at 500, put your head down. Just go, man. No one can stop the bright light within. 600 is nothing. Look, Mark, go until the stars burn out. We actually found somebody cooler than Al Pacino. Christopher Walken's the man. Do you ever see him in Dead Zone? He touches things, and he can see the future. I wish Trump could do that for November. Find out who's going to win. Me or Sleep Sofa Joe. Look, remember, you can sleep on the sleep sofa all you want. You also may find some change in the cushions in the sleep sofa if you're looking around for some spare change. That's all Sleep Sofa Joe has is kind of like loose memories. And also he takes naps on his Joey futon. That's right. I'll see you guys on the next Donald Trump show, but 600 days of real talk. Looking forward to hitting 700, 800, all the way to 1,000. And then we go and put our foot on the gas. That's right, people. We're just getting started. It's going to take time, people, but we're going to win big league. Have a good night. It's going to take time, but we're going to win big league.
So that's episode 22, guys. There are 25 episodes, and I also did a prequel, like what gave me the idea. And honestly, I had to retire at episode 25 because the world is so sensitive right now. They can't handle it. I got a message from somebody who was like, can you please take it easy on Sleepy? I was like, first of all, for you to call him Sleepy when you asked me to be quiet on it is the whole point. You know he's a sleep sofa as well. Look, I'm sick of you calling me a sleep sofa, Donald. Look, my Aunt Judy told me I'm not a sleep sofa. She said, you should run for president, Joe. And I said, oh, really? What, the Rotary Club? She said, no, Joe, aim higher. I said, all right, how about of the local prison?
That's right, Sleepy. Aim really high. Be the president of your local prison. How about that? That'd be really good, Sleep Sofa Joe.
Sheba's in the house. Richard, I just want to say to you guys real quick how much I appreciate you. This is the first time I've had 35 people live with me on YouTube. We've been driving for 620 days, and sometimes I'll play to 3 people, 4 people, for 6 hours because I love each and every one of you and I'm here to connect with you all. And when I heard that we had a race war all of a sudden, I heard all of a sudden that we're racist as a nation. Oh my goodness, what happened? Because I remember having a president for 8 years that we all voted in who was black, and we voted him in twice. And honestly, his first term was so bad, he shouldn't have had a second term. So that proves to me that we're not a racist as a nation. I thought we had progressed to the point where we had said as a nation, look at that. Now we can attain even the highest office in the land. We could do anything. The doors are open. But no, all of a sudden we flip back and it's the media pushing a narrative. Well, here's what I have a problem with. I've been live for 620 days to connect with this planet. I'm here to connect with every soul, not to connect with the white people. So when I hear this, it bothers me at the core. Because what I understand is that we are 7 billion strong together. We are one soul, but apart. The way they want us, we are just confused, and they could just take us down systematically. You want to know what the systematic racism is? Them against us. It's a racism against the little people. It's not about color. It's a different type of racism. But they use that color card. And you know, I grew up in a part of the country where I didn't see it that way. I looked at someone for their actions, for their character. And you know what? I've said this many times. I look for light coming out of people. If I see you and you make me feel great because you got light coming out of you, you're my best friend. I don't care what your skin looks like. I don't care if you're 15 or you're 90. If you got that, you're my best friend in the world. And one final thing before we rip the guitar up right now. This time that we are spending together, it's intentional. It is not some whimsy that we are here at the same time in history. Billions, I don't even know how to calculate the amount of people that have come before us, but we are here right now in this time, and we could do 2 things. We could either let them divide us or we could come together right here on the Real Talk program. I'll be here every day. All you got to do is show up. I love you guys. Let's rock and roll. I'm going to play you a little Dave Matthews. You guys mind? This is a cool tune. I've been rocking on this one a little. Crazy how it feels tonight. Crazy how you make it all right. Crush me with those things you do, and I'll do for you anything too. Sitting, smoking, feeling hard, and in this moment, it feels so right. Lovely lady, I am at your feet. Oh God, I want you so badly, and I wonder this, but tomorrow be so wondrous as you there sleeping. Let's go drive it till the morning comes, and watch the sunrise and fill our souls up. We'll drink some wine till we get drunk. Well, it's crazy, I'm thinking, just knowing that the world is round. I'm here, I'm dancing on the ground. Am I upside down or upside down? Is this real, or am I dreaming? Lovely lady, I will drink you, please. Spare a drop, I promise. Lying under this, the spell you cast on me, it's more than more. I love you. So, who's on? What do you want to hear, my friends? Now I'm hungry too. You guys want to see another one of those face swaps? Richard? Who wants to see a face swap? Let's see. So basically, Wages is in the house. Woo! You rock, brother. You know what? Wages, you here, bro? I got to play something for Wage. Wages, I'm pulling something out for you, brother. You asked for this the other day. We're going to do it again. This time we're going to try it and see if we can do it a little better, okay? Wages, thank you again for the shout-out. It's been pretty amazing. All your friends have been coming by and joining with me, which is so awesome. And we're going to connect every day, and we're just here to like continue your work, which is to give information, but also just to rise above what's going on. And this will continue regardless of if the world vibe changes, which it doesn't look like it will. We didn't start the fire. We didn't start the fire. We're going to pull up the chords again like we did the other day. All right. And we sort of did a decent job, right? It wasn't terrible. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, right? Maybe it was. I don't know. Let's see. We have to tune this pop. It's not sounding right. Maybe it's fine. I don't know what the heck. I guess I'm wrong. Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific Walter, Will Shorten, as you. Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Stupid, Television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. Rosenberg, H. Baum, Sugar, Parmesan, Mando, King and I, another in the right. Eisenhower, vaccine, England's got on the Queen. Asiago, Liberace, tell them goodbye. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning as the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. Oh, we didn't light it. You know we're gonna fight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Start the fire. It was always burning, and the world's been turning. Yes, and we didn't start the fire, and we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. Joseph Stalin, McDonald, Nestor, Rockefeller, Campanella, Communist Bloc. Roy Khan, Wamperang, Gasconade, that crown, beyond and food falls rock, round around the clock. Einstein, James Dean, Brooklyn's got a winning team. Instead of Dave Crockett, Peter Pan, Elvis Presley, Disneyland. We didn't start the fire. It's always burning since the world's been turning. They said, oh, we didn't start the fire. Whoa. No, 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 we didn't start the fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Start the fire. We didn't light it. You know I fight it. Hey, hey. How was that, guys? Was that any good? Richard, how are you? Tony, Conway, my people, Lindy.
Oh my goodness, how do you get a group of college kids to hang out on their phones? Take them to a Dave Matthews concert. True story of the big league. I said the one time they were watching the show, and I was like, what are they friggin' doing? They're not even paying attention. He's doing the weird dance thing with his feet, and nobody's even watching. He's just standing there with their phones. Look, I'm filming him, though.
Sheba, you liked that? Glynis, thank you. Tim, thank you so much. Wages, you're awesome, brother. I wanted to play that for you. Oh, isn't that such a cool get? Let me show you this. So this right here is my Martin D45. This thing is a monster, and I got the pearl inlay. I got this on the road when I was actually a touring musician, and I still can't believe it. I had someone that was like trying to buy it from me. I'm like, sorry. Like, I would never be able to buy this guitar. This is like the 1-in-1. I don't think they make this. So I love it. Never selling it. But this right here under me, this is the beat seat, guys. I want to tell you about the beat seat real quick. The beat seat is the drum you play with your hands and feet. You see me, I'm kicking it. Sounds like a drum kit, right? It's me kicking it. Sounds like a drum kit. It's the first drum in the world for guitar players. I patented it, invented it. And it was the 2019 Summer NAMM Editor's Choice winner, actually, for NAMM, which is like the music conference. Mark, you want to hear something? Mark wants me to bend those strings. I got something for you, pal. I got a jazz guitar back there we're going to rock out on. You ready? I'm going to rock something for you, okay? You guys ready for something fire? Let's get some fire going. I'm going to improvise a song right now with you great people. So all you got to do is continue saying hello in this window here, and I'm going to speak to you, okay? We're going to write a song right now in real time. This is what we do on the show. Every day we write a song, at least one. This is the one we're doing it right now, whatever the hell it is. Let's see. Never know until we start.
Thursday night on the Real Talk Show, and Mark J was the first, you know. He said, I get it, do it, oh, let's start the song now. And then I see my man sat down, yeah. We're living in a dangerous world. People are just going on for the jugular. Jules said hello, and I gotta bring her into the show. I said, now Jules Mark. It could be a guy or a girl, so you gotta fill me in. Mark says yo, and I'm here to put on a show for you. Blockchain, what up? The sun shines every day, every night to me. Oh, Laurie said the morning star keeps her going. I feel it too. I said, I wanna be it for you. It's the Real Talk Show. I got it now. Jules is an old lady. She says, no, she's not. No, she's not. She says she's 64. She's really 46 at heart. Tim Stingle, what's up, my friend? Richard Cannon said hello. I'm shine bright, gonna shine bright with you. We're gonna shine bright together, yes we do, yes we do. Together we flourish, and apart we will die. We don't wanna die, no, 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 no. 57 young, yeah. I love it. Tony said, what up? Just turned 66. Purple bill, please. I'll give it to you. Oh, yeah. Dagger said the dirty boulevard, and sick popped some emojis on, which I can't really see from here.
Blockchain, what up? Lindy Kaz, Lindy Kaz, Lindy Kaz, Lindy Kaz. I'm gonna spaz, I'm gonna go out of my mind for you. I'm gonna play all night. Living in illusion. Take a walk the wild side. You rock, paper and scissors all combine. Oh, oh, oh. Freestyle like a mofo, yeah. Kids don't smoke crack, LOL. No, no, kids don't smack, no. Although in Corona times we can hear about a lot of people getting a smack, that ain't right. Be excellent to each other, yes you must. Oh, the last great American will. Oh, be excellent to each other. Keep it coming, y'all. Oh, 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 oh. Gotta run, brother. Take care, everybody. Oh, Planet X, gonna go. It's coming round the corner, you know. Right behind the sun. Tune into Planet X and the wages, which you already know that. You came from there. Scott's my brother, yeah. You're all my brothers and sisters. We're going through this together. They can't lie to us anymore. Well, they can try, but we're smarter than they think. You know my favorite thing is when people think they're smarter than you. And you look at them, you're like, what does this guy think? I'm stupid. And I look right through him and I'm like, alright, you go on the crap list. 'Cause we're smarter than you think. We're smarter than you think. Oh, 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 oh. Have a lot of tangerine dreams and seeing a lot of marmalade skies. Came over from Planet X as well. We love planet and wages, yeah. Word up, much love, my friends, peace out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Smells like a fresh cut pine tree in my house. People need some peace. People need some peace. People need some peace. Gonna make it right, right here, right here, right here. Real talk, yeah. Peace, love, and kisses, yeah. That's the first time I actually took everything you guys were saying and brought it into the song. I'm usually creating it myself in real time. Jesus says, see that you are not alarmed. Okay, Liz, I'm bringing it in. Let's play something else. Let's get into another one. Why not, right? Sheba, did you like that little improv? You know, I've written over 200 songs. And this is an unscripted show for 620 days. I don't know what I'm going to do every day. I just know I need to come out here. It's my mission in life to be here with you. And I don't know what's going to happen every day, but I know it's going to be positive and it's going to bring us somewhere that we can't get on the Negatube. We just won't be able to find it because there's no way you're going to find anybody sitting on a beat seat. Yet. We're working on something right now. Let me play you guys something else. Let's do another song. Thank you, Richard. I'm so glad. Guys, I'm so glad you're here with me. Definitely make sure you ding the bell. Wow, you guys are liking it. I see 43 likes. You guys are awesome. By the way, 43 is one of my favorite numbers because it's got 3 in there, 13. 413 is my birthday, April 13th. Blockchain, what up? Lori said, my little 4-day-old chick was just jumping and flapping to your song. No way, that's so cool. Oh, Dag wants to get in on Zoom. I like that. I'll take a slice of watermelon, Jules said. All right, let's do something here. We're going to play another, we're going to do another original. I mean, look, I've got a lot of originals I think you guys would like, probably better than the covers, but you know covers, so I want to make sure you get into the stuff we're doing. Oh, thank you so much, Liz. You know what? You want to hear something of mine? Can I play you actually one of my songs? Let's see what we got here. Ready? Liz, this is something for you, okay? This is a really cool song. This is a song called Till the End. And it's a really cool song that I think should be heard. Well, I mean, honestly, all of these songs, if we get into some more originals, if you don't mind me delving out into some of my own songs over 20 years. This is called Till the End. Well, let me make sure I erase something. That was pretty. I want to make sure I say that. All right, we'll get rid of that. So now I got a space to record. I want to do some looping for you guys right now, okay? Oh, you guys are awesome. Watermelon for everybody. I like that. Liz, I'm going to play you a song right now, okay? This is a song called Till the End. I wrote it for Melania right before we had had our nuptials, really. And hold on. Wait, Melania, are you on the gold toilet? I told you, you can't sit on the gold toilet, okay? You're Slovenian, and that's a problem with the gold, all right? There's like acid in there or something, I don't know. Pensy, did you see? I told you to put a sign on that door that said no Slovenians. Did you not see that? Jules, appreciate you, though. Hopefully, I will see you next time. We're going to get into this tune right now. Here we go. Ooh, you want to hear a little Jack Johnson, Conway? Ooh, all right. Let's do a little Jack Johnson. But first, I'm going to play Liz this song. This is called Till the End. Jules, appreciate it. By the way, we'll still be here when you get back. I don't know how long he's on, but I'll still be here when he gets done. We're at an hour right now. We'll probably be here for another 4 hours. So just come back. Thank you so much for that, by the way, brother. My sister, Jules, is going over. Jules, you rock. I see. I guess sometimes I got to put my glasses on. Richard, here we go, brother. Ready? You and I share this bond we've never found before, and I know I'll be with you till the end. And this time that we float upon, it hopefully will never burst, leaving water trickle down from my eyes. And take me now, take my whole life in your arms, be my love. Take my little life, hold me in your hands, my love, I'm in your hands. In this world of mine, it intervenes in between, where the angels, they gather round to speak the truth. And this time together, it hopefully will never burst, leaving water trickle down from my eyes. And stay with me, be my best friend, hold me dear, be my love. Take my little life, hold me in your hands, my love, I'm in your hands. You guys mind if I jam a little on this? Mike's in. Liz wants it. Here we go. Down from my eye. We gotta get a guitar going. So that's one of my songs. Oh, thank you, Conway. Wages. Oh, thank you so much, brother. I'll tell you what, we were in the middle of something there playing the music, right? I get into the loop and just, before you know it, we're just rocking out for a while. M. Reed, you had to go, but I love you. Thank you so much. Conway, love you. Sheba, love you. Linda, love you. There once was a lady named Sally Brown who claims number but could ever lay her down. Along comes Bispat Pete. He says, Sally, down in the tall green's grass. You could finish it from there, really. Oh, okay. Wages is coming back. And you got to tell me what else you want to hear. Tony said, the good Lord has given me just enough of everything I need tonight, and I'm so very grateful. I'm going to listen until I hear nothing from my earphones. Well, I'll tell you what, I won't stop. So if you're going to hang out with me, Tony, we'll be here all night. Liz, thank you so much. Wages, thank you. Conway, thank you so much. Liz, oh, thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. You know what it is? I'm going to explain just my mindset, okay? And I think this is what we all do. Anybody creative, I think, can get there eventually. But so Liz says, I'm amazed that you can sing, read, and form thoughts and songs all at once while playing your guitar. How about also kicking the beat seat? This whole thing where... But so that's that is the final piece, is the invention. Now look, I want to show you guys what this thing does. Like, okay, I'm playing it as a guitarist right now, but imagine if I was a percussionist. Right now there's something called a cajon. I don't know if you've ever heard of a cajon before, but a cajon you have to bend down in order to play. And so when you get there, you're like, your back hurts after a while, right? So what I invented was for me so I could play the guitar, but bottom line is I'm sitting completely upright. But if I'm a percussionist, I use my hands too. I've got this whole panel. So I could be like, you could bring the hand back here and be like, so bottom line, if you are a percussionist, you can go crazy on this thing. Panels everywhere to play. I'll actually type in the website if you guys want to check it out. Her, who is an amazing artist, H-E-R, she is one of the first artists to be playing the beat seat. You're going to have to search, because right now we're updating the website, and so it needs work. And the stuff you should see, which is her on the beat seat, because she played it at the NAACP Awards. She started off her show playing the beat seat without her guitar, but she was playing percussion on it. And her drummer is one of our first artists, actually. So you will see Carrington Brown playing the beat seat on almost all performances. They did a thing with Elmo recently, and he was playing the beat seat. And on Vivo, that's where we had the release, where the first time he played the beat seat, and he was like, I need one. I was like, yeah, you're one of our first artists. Sig, glad to see you. So Liz, we're here. I want to quickly do something. Richard, can I just say to my friend Richard over here, thank you. Spread the word. I'm here every day, and if you guys come here, I will play music for you every night. And we'll continue to push positivity because I think that's where the light comes from. And so I wanted to explain quickly what Liz was saying. The way my mind works when it comes to music. I basically, once I get going, I'm hearing the rhythm in my head already. Like I'm hearing what I want to sing. So if you didn't give me the lyrics, I would have found them myself and I would have made something. And it probably would have just been inspirational. There's a lot of stuff. If you go back and see all of the improvs I've done on this show, there's so many that are fire, guys. So many happened because they're meant to happen. They need to be heard. They won't be for a while because we do 2 to 6 hours every night. And by the time you get through this one, you're not going to go back and watch another 2 to 6 hours from yesterday, although you should. Lindy, how are you? Oh, I'm so glad Wages did too. And Sig, it's Sig who basically spread the word to Wages and Wages. I love Wages, and you guys are all so cool for being here with me. And we do this every day. So bottom line is we're going to play another song and then I'll do some face swaps for you. You guys want to laugh a little after this? Because I've got a ton of face swaps, ton of Donald Trump shows I can play you if you're okay with laughing at Sleep Sofa Joe. Look, he likes to sleep on his sleep sofa, sometimes on his Joey futon. Glynis. So here's the way a song comes together. Let's do it again. We're going to hear just a rhythm to start with first off. I got to get rid of something here so we can jam. This is pretty good. All right, Sheba wants this song. We're going to put Sheba in this song. Ready? Here we go. Just kidding. Oh. I always like to pretend to throw the guitar. I just... Tad's in the house. Woo! Sheba, she wanted a song on the real talk show. And Liz said, what up? I'm gonna bring her into the show. Tad stopped by. He's the man, original, a member of the real talk show. Just like my man Zig and Dag, and Denise isn't here, but she's very... I think she's not feeling well. We gotta get her back. See, this song kind of needs a bass line, though, doesn't it? It really needs a bass line. I want to be like... That's what I'm talking about, right, Liz? And Liz likes the bass line. Oh, yeah, we're
pushing out light for Denise tonight. We hope she's feeling alright. Woo! Let's get down, please, let's get down. Yeah.
I need something else in here, people. I'm not sure what it is yet. Let's search. How about some steel drums? I'm feeling some steel drums. Woo.
Was up again. She has an earthling map again. Who'll get up by the desk, and I can't move the desk to get the plug. Does your cat like it? The sick wants to know. Liz says this is very relaxing, enjoyable music. And thank you, Mark. Well, thank you, Liz. My 3-pound Maltese loves it, doesn't go in his bed anymore. Dancing northern lights, Lori's watching you. Oh, that's what I feel, and I'm seeing, yeah. It's crazy, man.
Who's got the next set of lyrics?
I'm going to write something of my own. Yeah, going to get into the zone. We're going to find something deep down inside my soul. Gonna bring it up to the surface like I do. Oh, because if you feel you can let it out, you got to do it. 'Cause if you think you got something to prove, then do it. If you think you got something to prove, then do it.
So we're here, day day 620 in a row of the Real Talk Show. We're gonna make it through these tough times, to make it through these rough times. El Shiva says, yep, gonna make it anyway. Goodness, love, and peace will unite us all. That's what I'm saying. Right here on the Real Talk program. People over on Instagram, you gotta head over to the Tube or over to DLive, because we're live on DLive. We're live on YouTube, but we're not live on Instagram in about 4 seconds. So that's just a little jammeroo. We did a couple tonight, right? Who wants to see some face swaps? You guys want to laugh? It looks like we lost a lot of people here, so if you guys want to get into the laughs now, maybe we can do that. Oh, hold on. It's Hammer! Look, that's Hammer Jam. He's ripping the lid off the fake news. So I think Sheba wants to see some face swaps. She wants to see some. Glennis wants to see some face swaps. Lori, I think you need to see some face swaps. Look, like I said, don't take offense to this. It makes Sleep Sofa Joe look pretty bad. Because honestly, he looks pretty bad. Oh, cool. Well, we're going to be here, hopefully, until maybe 3. Another 3 hours at least. Yeah, at least. So I'm going to get into some face swaps for you now. We'll play a little bit more music. But let's start with something here that I think we need to see. This I really laugh at just because it's Mike Pence giving direction on a vocal note. I think you guys will like this. Liz, check this out. I hope you enjoy it.
So, Patsy, give me an update. What's happening out there with Hurricane Laura?
Mr. President, the first responders did tremendous, and they saved the day.
Latest report from CNN was that there was some violence, but it was mostly peaceful. Just like their protests in Seattle, in Wisconsin, and in Portland, really. I saw a great meme today. It was a CNN reporter, and this was real. He's standing in front of like some massive fire in the streets, like a car just blew up or something. And he's standing there, and the byline is, "There is a couple of explosions, but it's mostly peaceful protests." I just have to laugh. The left is just so desperate. We're going to win big league. We're not going to let them stop the Trump train. Sleeps over Joe, taking a nap on his Joey futon. He's a bumbling Biden, really.
You're right, Mr. President. He is a bumbling Biden.
Winning big league every day, for the rest of my days at least. Sleepy, sleep, sleep sofa. I like to sleep on my sleep sofa. And look, I'm writing a new song right now. It's called Sleepy Times with Sleep Sofa Joe.
I love it, Mr. President. Can you add a part about him being a sleep sofa?
It goes a little something like this. Sleep sofa, I like to put my head down on the sleep sofa. I'm working on it with a songwriting master. I don't know if you know the Real Talk program, but I'm going to write a masterpiece.
Now that sounds like a hit, Mr. President.
That's right. Sleepy sleeper sleeps. Anyway,
Mr. President, what if you rolled down?
A sleepy sleep sofa.
Yes, that's it.
We're going to work on it. Anyway, have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.
Oh, I love the yes. That's it, Mr. President. I freaking love that. Beth, how are you? We're so glad that you're here, Beth. We're about to connect. Subscribe, ding the bell. Been live for 620 days, and guess what? That's never stopping. And now when you guys join me, I'm not going to be able to stop. Like, we're going to just be doing like 15-hour shows. You ever seen Ed TV? Remember with Matthew McConaughey? Ed TV? Yeah, we're going to do that. Literally. You liked that, Liz? That's not part of the Trump show. That's just a little side thing. I basically have Trump on every day. He comes on to talk. He does something stupid. And we talk about certain things. We get into it. Like, here's a good example of one of the little things we would do on a daily basis, not a Trump show thing. Check this out.
Hammerl and Jameson live from the studio. Donald Trump coming at us from the Rose Garden.
Look, I'm telling you right now, the country turns to crap with Sleep Sofa Joe. in the Oval Office. He's going to get rid of the chair at the desk, and instead he's going to put a sleep sofa right there. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm getting a word in my ear right now that he will be the sleep sofa in the White House. They're going to call him Sleep Sofa 1. They're going to have a nickname for Biden. It's going to be Sleep Sofa 1. Like for me, they call me Mr. Billions. And look, we all have a nickname. Just Sleep Sofa is going to be Sleep Sofa 1. I don't know. We're going to work on that one, especially, well, we'll come up with the titles before Sleep Sofa takes over office for me. I can see it already. Sleep Sofa 1 on the move. It's going to be hilarious. Betsy and I have been talking about it behind the scenes. I said, look, worst case scenario, Betsy. If we can't beat the Sleep Sofa, then leave him a nice present as he arrives into the Oval Office. Oh, yes, please, I'll take my coffee. Oh, he's already taking a nap. Sleep Sofa 1 is napping. Oh, I could see it already. I almost want to lose, just so I could speak to the Secret Service afterwards and hear all about it. But anyway, we'll get back to that. I think I'll see you tomorrow for the next Trump show.
So, guys, right before I did, so in between episodes 10 and 11 of the Donald Trump show, I did 2 face swaps. I was like burned out, really, because I did 10 in a row. I think I did 10 in about 11 days or 12 days. So by the time I got to day, by the 10th episode we're going to play for you guys either tonight or tomorrow. It's called How Sour Is That Don Lemon? It's great content of Don Lemon from like 2013 and then now. And you just see stark contrast of the way people are when their guy is in office and when, now. So isn't that hilarious? I almost want to lose just so like I could call the Secret Service and be like, hey, so how's Sleep Sofa 1 doing? Oh, he's napping? Yeah, I could have called that. I looked in my calendar. I said, what? I have my own calendar, and then I also have like what Sleep Sofa Biden is probably doing. And when I look, it says napping everywhere. And look, he's a napper, really. Linda, you like that? Linda, wait, you guys have no idea. That's just a little piece, okay? Check out what I did, because I showed you guys the Sleep Sofa wrap, right? I showed you that earlier. But look what I created to show off the Sleep Sofa wrap. This is basically part 2 of it, but just so you have an idea of what we do with this guy. Okay, MC Napper and DJ Sleep Sofa present the remix. Bumblin' Biden Beats. That's right. Look, my Aunt Judy told me to put on these glasses. She said, Joe, when you go down North Carolina, make sure you tell them that you have white hair on your legs and that you like it when the kids sit on your lap. You like it. You like to sometimes smell their head and you whisper in their ear, little 6-year-olds. I've seen it. Film got content, actually, episode 1, 2, 3, and 7, I think. I look like a real creeper. Look, my Aunt Judy told me he was fine. She said that I could run for Senate, and that's what I tried to do this year. Sleepy sleep, sleep sofa. So I created that just because it had to go along. I had to have a thumbnail to go along with, where was it? I think it was this.
Very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
What?
My mental fitness.
What?
My mental fitness.
Look, I can't help it that you chose a Sleep Sofa as your candidate.
My physical as well as my mental fitness. My mental fitness.
So we came up with a rap. Where do we go?
My mental
It's a Sleep Sofa Joe.
My mental fitness. My mental fitness. My mental.
Have you heard of Joe Biden? He's been hiding in his basement. He's a groundhog, yo.
My mental physical as well as my mental fitness.
Oh, I love that. That's Sleep Sofa, just being himself. And so I just take these things and I like to just laugh about them. And I got someone very upset today because I dropped, that wasn't the right one. This is what I dropped today. Hold on, let me just show you so you guys see it. It's better than that one. Because I created this in real time and just so you can see it. Check this out. Ready? Bumbling Beats, we call this one. Here we go. Did you guys see my rap? Sheba was on for this yesterday. Check this out. This is pretty funny.
Very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness, my mental fitness, my mental fitness.
Look, I can't help it that you chose a sleep sofa as your candidate.
My physical as well as my mental fitness, my mental fitness, my mental.
Have you heard of Joe Biden in the basement? He be hiding, waiting to come out to see his shadow. Run back downstairs. He's a groundhog. Oh no, there's 6 more weeks of race wars.
Physical as well as my mental fitness.
So that's going to be the rap. I'm going to write over that. I think I just did it. I think that'll just be it. I'll clip it tomorrow and drop that, what we just did right there, Nita. Have you heard of Joe Biden? In the basement, he be hiding. That's it. Nita's actually part of the show. She's actually immortal now. If they don't pull that clip down, which they've been pulling down my content, which is why I want to thank you guys. So I want to quickly finish up what we said at the very beginning. I got a notification all of a sudden last week. They've been doing this. I have these shows, the Donald Trump shows. I do a Donald Trump impression, and they censor me. They actually firewall me. I mean, I've been live for 620 days. And if you guys didn't hear about me from Wages or from Scott, then I would be still here playing to 5 people, 10 people every night. And you guys brought me up earlier to a really high number. And I think Sig said most people are coming back after. Where are they coming back from? I missed that. Let me look back, my man Dagger. Sig, what'd you say over here? Fill me in on where everybody went. Anyway, I'm going to play. Oh, someone sent a message. Marfugel. Yeah, so they went over there, and they'll be back. But what we're going to do is play more face swaps. You know what? They're missing all the good stuff, guys. It's okay. I got enough to go around. But what we do here is kind of simple. We come out here and let the moment take us. And it's going to go somewhere, but it's all like this, okay? We talk. We play music, and then we just go through all these face swaps I've done. And I challenge you to find one that you'll be like, yeah, that was crap. Because I really I do them right before. Let me tell you one other thing. Every single thing you're about to see, I did right before the show every single time I dropped it. So I am a real estate agent. I have to sell real estate to support. I have 3 kids and a beautiful wife and a house to pay for. And especially in quarantine, it's crazy. So during the day, I'm mad trying to sell real estate because you don't get paid in real estate until you sell something. It's crazy. So I do also say if anybody out there wants to ever buy or sell anything, just send me a note, because what I'll do is this. I basically will call wherever you're looking to buy or sell. I will call the Berkshire Hathaway office in that town, and I'll speak to the manager, and I'll find a few agents to interview. Let me tell you why this is interesting. Every day of my life, I sell real estate, okay? For 13 years. I've been doing this for 2 years, and this is what I do. You can tell I'm meant to be here. I'm meant to help people. Whether it's here behind this microphone or it's taking them into a house and letting them know what's going on. I spent 13 years building homes with my father before I spent 13 years selling homes, and found myself here on Real Talk for the last almost 2. My progression seems to be 13, 13. I'm born April 13th. My favorite number in the world is 13. So, one funny thing, 13. Everybody has a problem with the number 13. Do you know why there's no number 13 and the skyscrapers and why people have a problem with number 13? My grandmother, superstitious as they come. And my aunt was born June 13th. Her whole life, my grandmother said they made a mistake at the hospital. Get this. And that she was born on June 3rd, and they made a mistake and they wrote down the wrong date. This is what she's 79 with me. My aunt had already passed, unfortunately. Oh, no, she didn't. I'm sorry. But she passed shortly afterwards. But my grandmother's with us still, and I'm driving with her to CVS. I used to take her to CVS like once a month. She'd go to get her medications. She'd pick up like Chips Ahoy, so she'd give me shoot a couple of Chips Ahoy my way. She'd always give me whatever pocket change she had. I was a 17-year-old kid, you know? I loved spending this time with my grandma. I don't know if everybody felt this way, but I looked for stories. My grandfather passed away when he was 7. When I was 7. Now, I don't have a background in music, okay? My background in music is that I bought a guitar at 18 years old, and I figured it out. I don't know anything about the guitar. If you could believe that at all, I don't know anything about the guitar. I do know how to play chords, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But if you were to say to me, play a C7-9 with a split, I'd be like, I have no idea what the hell that is. Now, if you put it on and played it on a speaker and give me a couple minutes, I'll find it. And that's how I play. I play by ear. Every single thing I do for you guys, I'm hearing 8 to 10 seconds in advance. I'm trying to get there with my hands, figure out where the hell those notes are. But I heard the notes already. Same thing with writing a song. I'm trying to figure out how to get it all out in the right time because I already heard it. I've already seen the future on that song, on that moment. It's a weird thing to explain. But I want to show you this. Look at this. To the left with the saxophone, that's my father, okay? My uncle in the middle on the accordion, and my Uncle Frank with the guitar in his hand. My grandfather, let me see if I can show you something. I'm going to just show you for a second so you can see it like this. So that organ over there, you see that? Where that picture is? That organ is...
Like,
did you guys see my rap? Sorry, for Joe Biden yet?
Judge my
that organ right
mental
there. Come on,
my
really?
physical as well as my mental fitness, my mental
That organ right there, that's my grandpa's organ. There's a story behind that. Do you guys want to hear this story? Or do you want to go back into laughter? But this is amazing. I lost track of this. I was a musician, professional musician, traveling the country, MTV music artist. They were using my songs in their TV shows. And I was about to sign a record deal. My grandfather was he was a self-trained musician just like me. He figured everything out on his own. And he used to play that, an accordion, and then this is his as well. Look at this cool harmonica from 1950 or whatever it is. Nita, I got to play something for Nita, guys, because she's back. Guys, Nina is back on the Real Talk program. Look, sometimes you come Thursday night, you're going to have a good time. Look, Nita, I did something. I hope you're okay that I did this. But I made you a model on the Real Talk program. Check it out. That's not the one. Nita, hold on. I got you. Like, did you guys see my rap for Joe Biden yet? This is pretty funny.
Very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness, my mental fitness, my mental fitness.
Look, I can't help it that you chose a sleep sofa as your candidate.
My physical as well as my mental fitness, my mental fitness, my mental.
Have you heard of Joe Biden in the basement? He be hiding, waiting to come out to see his shadow. Run back downstairs. He's a groundhog. Oh no, there's 6 more weeks of race wars.
Physical as well as my mental fitness.
So that's going to be the rap. I'm going to write over that. I think I just did it. I think that'll just be it. I'll clip it tomorrow and drop that, what we just did right there, Nita. Have you heard of Joe Biden? In the basement, he be hiding. So I hope you don't mind, Nita, that now you're a part of the show. You're in the family, officially. But that's what we're here to do, guys, is to enjoy this time together that we have. You know, I was thinking about this. The last maybe a handful of days, we've done almost 6 hours. We did 6 hours, then we did 540 yesterday. Or I'm sorry, did we do 540 yesterday or 440? We did 540 yesterday. Oh my goodness, guys. I tried to push for 6 again, but it was like 4 a.m. and I had to work. I'm a real estate agent again, you know. Thank you so much, Nita. You are in the fam for sure, and so are you, Lindy, and so are you, Liz, of course, and Sheba. You know it. Sheba and I connected yesterday because she understands what they're trying to do. They're trying to pull like the rug over our eyes. They're like, oh, these people won't get it. I tried to put this in the song earlier. Okay, do you ever have somebody who comes up to you and they act like they're so smart and you're an idiot, and they'll lie right to your face, like horribly, to the point where you're just like a human being and you just have like the lie detector test coming out of you, and you're just like, I totally can see through this person, and they think that they're like slick and they're getting one by me. Look, I got one by Mark. He's an idiot. Did you see that? He's a moron. He didn't even realize what happened. And basically, you just put them in a column. That's the way I always see this. It's like, we are here to be transparent. As a real estate agent here with you on Real Talk, I say, I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. What you want to hear is hopefully something that makes you feel great. But what comes out of me is the universe. I firmly believe anybody who lives in the moment is working off the universe's energy. They're connecting on a level that very few can understand because the light of the universe is so powerful. It's not a name. It's not, Gaia, whatever, but it's that power. It's something you cannot even put a name on. We have decided to do that as human beings. So we'll call it God, or we'll call it Allah. We'll call it blah, 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 blah. I tried to say this yesterday and I missed. I wasn't able. I was 5 hours in. I want to be clear on something with religion because some people think like my show's a religious show. I'm like, look, I don't talk about religion really, but we're doing it right now. But the reason is I want you to understand that religion is made up. And in a loose term, it's real. There's a connection that we have to this universe. Along the way, men called it something different for control. They did these things. They said this. But deep inside you, you know what's right and wrong. You can feel it. And if you live by what you know is right, and you give to those around you of yourself, you give of yourself to those around you, and you lift them up to a higher level, you will fill your soul. Again, I call it soulfillment. I'm writing a book right now, the Real Talk book. And that's what it is. The book is soulfillment. It's not a real word. I made it up just like I made up Fluhan. Look, it's the friggin' Fluhan. President G-hole. I made that one up too. It's President G. Everybody's calling him President G. He's a friggin' G-hole. Okay, look, I told him to his face. I was standing across from him, and he's like, oh, President Trump. And I was like, look, you're a friggin' G-hole. And then, of course, we have Nancy Pelosi. That's another one I came up with. And then we have Sleep Sofa Joe. He's a sleep sofa. You could put your hands in the sleep sofa, and sometimes you'll find an old penny from like 1937. Oh, look, it's a Joe Biden penny. It's not worth a thing. It's made of wood. It's a friggin' wooden penny. What the hell? Yeah, Nita, right? The flu, hon. Everybody's calling it the China flu. They're calling it the what do they call it? I heard Kung flu. I heard the Kung flu. But that's just so racist. The flu, hon. It's not racist at all. Look, I live in Connecticut, all right? We have this thing called Lyme's disease. Yeah. Nobody in Lyme, Connecticut's like, I'm offended. They call us, now people are holding us ransom, and they don't want us in their towns. They're like, oh, where are you from? Lyme, Connecticut? Sorry, buddy, we don't want any. We don't want any Lyme's disease. I heard if we get people from Lyme, Connecticut, we de facto, we get the Lyme's disease. Is that true? Oh, I see you've been watching CNN. Yeah. Do you guys realize that the mainstream media is the National Enquirer in 2020? You know that, right? I swear I'm waiting for this. Ready? More at 7. Bat with human ear. Like, I saw that already. National Enquirer. I saw that. 2001 edition. Yeah, I think it was December of 2001. Bat with human ear. More on page 4. Now they're just same script. 21 years later. Yeah. Whatever the hell years later. They're like, now the other thing we're not going to show you one of these clips because they've been censoring me. Or not censoring, but they're giving me like a copyright kick on my Unsolved Mysteries. Do you guys remember Unsolved Mysteries? Robert Stack. I call it Stack to the Future. Here's the concept, okay? Robert Stack died. He died, unfortunately. I loved Robert Stack. And when he died, his family was like, look, this guy was the man, okay? And this guy, he was the host of Unsolved Mysteries. We can't just let him die. Let's cryogenically freeze Stack, okay? And in the future, when they figure out reanimation, we'll bring Stack to the future. Stack back to the future. So basically, we're going to the future, and you have Robert Stack, who's brought to life in the year 2150, right? And it's not just that simple. Let me just tell you how it worked out. Just so you know, Conway's in the house, my brother. This is how it worked out. You have to understand. There's a lot of people in this cryogenic freezer at this point, by 2150. And so they're saying to themselves, who do we start with? We figured it out. We know how to reanimate. Who do we start with? And so some guy in the back goes, hey, let's get Walt Disney. He's the man. And one of the guys who's like a director, he goes, no, we can't do Walt Disney because he's like really high profile. If we mess up the first reanimation with Walt Disney, this will never get the go-ahead, the green light to continue bringing these people back. So let's pick somebody a little bit lower on the totem pole. Another guy over here goes, how about Ted Williams? And then a few people at the same time like, no, massive head. It's like a watermelon. It's just going to be too much to work with. And so they're like, okay, leave massive, totem pole head Ted Williams, leave him in there. And one guy in the back goes, hey, how about Robert Stack? And they're like, huh? Who's Robert Stack? And a guy goes, oh my goodness, I loved Robert Stack. You mean the Unsolved Mysteries guy? And they're like, yeah, Robert Stack. And then all of a sudden it's like building. They're like, before you know it, the whole crowd's asking for Robert Stack. And then the reanimation begins. He comes out. He doesn't even realize, like, he looks, they're like, what year is it? And they're like, Robert Stack, it's the year 2150. He's like, 2150. They're like, look, we want you to do it again. Can you do the Unsolved Mysteries all over? We know we had this crazy year. We had this absolute crazy year that we'd like you to just kind of go back and do an Unsolved Mysteries of. You opened that. He's like, anything you need. Thanks for bringing me back to life. So they're like, okay, the year is 2020, Robert Stack. So every January, I think it was 21st, I was doing these every month. I didn't realize it. On almost a month-to-month basis, to the day, a month-to-month, I did 3 of them. Stack to the future. And I'd be like, January 11th, 2020. The first one was the breakout. Like, the breakout in China. Is it SARS? Will people die? Join us on the next Unsolved Mysteries. And then it was like, so, really, Nita says that Walt Disney was a pedo. Look, one of the things I did is I created a task force to stop the pedophilia, first of all. Secondly, also so I could kick them in the face personally. They don't know that's in their fine print, the bottom. The Trumper can go in there and squash their face with his foot. I wanted to have that in there in case I decided to go and just give them the old Trump right on their face. Oh my goodness, Nita, you're the best. Is it crazy that I threw that bit in there, Nita? Nita just joined the show yesterday, and look, you just happened to be on when we did the perfect rap for the Joe Biden song. But guys, I'm going to play you a Donald Trump show. Are you up for it? You guys up for this? I almost want to play you the very first Donald Trump show, just so you can get an idea of how this all started. You know what? I got a song. If you guys want to hear a rap song later on the guitar, let me know. All right, I got something I'm going to rock out for you. Liz wants to see a Donald Trump show. Here we go. This is going to be, what I'm going to do is play you episode 1. Okay? To give you an idea of the show, what the heck it was and how it started. Here we go.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio with the very first episode of the Donald Trump Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump.
Look, I want to thank you for joining me on a brand new episode of the Donald Trump Show. That's right. We're going to be here every week delivering truth about the Biden campaign because no one's telling you what's really going on. I'm going to pull back the curtain and you're going to see what Joe Biden is really up to. Here we go.
We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts.
Will somebody please alert Mr. Biden that truth and facts are the same thing? I think he's been watching too much fake news on CNN. Okay, what else do we have from this blubbering train wreck?
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other Biden. Give me a look, though, okay?
Now, first of all, who's the other Biden? Who is the other Biden? I'm wondering, because if it's Hunter Biden, he'll be in jail. But if there's another Biden, perhaps he can actually complete a sentence. That Biden I'd like to hear from. Okay, let's see what else we've got.
Trust.
Like his strange hold on Defense Secretary Ash Carter's wife, Stephanie.
Sleep Sofa Joe has been doing this for years. He's a creeper. And we're going to put a stop to him.
I like the way your hair smells. Let me give you a little kiss here.
And can you believe? Look at how he's touching that little girl. Honestly, I'm a little worried about that little girl. Sleep Sofa Joe has been doing all kinds of racist things for years. I'm just going to show you a few of the clips. Take a look at this one, for example.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Look, I'm surprised you guys are fine with hearing Joe Biden say you need an Indian accent in order to go to Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, I've been to Dunkin' Donuts many times. I don't have an Indian accent. But let's continue on. I have a lot more to play for you. Now check out this clip, for example.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Racist Joe strikes again. Poor kids are just as talented and bright as white kids? What does that even mean? This is getting good, guys. What's next?
Play the radio. Make sure make sure you have the record player on at night.
Really, Joe? That's a good idea. We'll get the record player out. How about we go and actually light a fire and we do smoke signals? How about that? What do we have next from Sleep Sofa Joe?
Think about it. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
The question is, do you know the thing, Joe? Do you know the thing, Sleep Sofa Joe? The thing, Joe, is that we are all created equal. That's right. God is the creator of all, not Satan and your adrenochrome. Okay, let's get one more at least. How about one more?
I'm not going to be a mule. I got something to do. I got to go do boom, boom, boom.
Did Sleep Sofa Joe just say he has to go do a poop-a-doop? I think he said it right in front of his crowd. I would never say that right in front of my crowd. If I'm going to take a poop-a-doop, I'm doing it on my own time, not in front of people. I don't know. It's a little weird there. Look, let's give him a chance to redeem himself. One more, okay?
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Wow. Really? Look, I'm not sure what else to say after watching that ridiculousness. But that's Sleep Sofa Joe. Are you going to vote for that guy? How about you? Look, if that's the case, this world's crazy.
Sleepy sleeper, right there, people. Oh my goodness. Liz, did you ever see that clip before? I found so much stuff on this guy. You have no idea, guys. I've got it all. 25 episodes. I destroy the dude. And seriously, if you want to get a good idea of who he is, I found a lot of stuff. And I made great clips of what you just saw where Trump just rips him apart. Stuff from him from like the 70s and 80s where he's saying creepy stuff. And then also where he's lying straight up about being in the civil rights. And he's like, I didn't do any of that. Look, I wasn't out there on the streets. I wasn't doing any of that. I was at home. I was making myself a tea. That's right. I'm one of those guys. I make tea instead of coffee. Over on the Real Talk Show, we have coffee. This is a big coffee. Sleepy sleeper. So I want to play you guys something here. Nita wanted to hear this. So when I was younger, I told you I bought my first guitar when I was 18 years old. Before that, I listened to hip hop. I didn't even know what regular music was, if you can believe that. I grew up in New Jersey. My cousin was a hip hop promoter in Yonkers, New York. He was in the city back and forth. And he used to promote hip hop. And he had this great hip hop group. It was like this it was right when NWA was out. Remember that? Naughty by Nature? No, not NWA. And it was Naughty by Nature. Remember that? The OPP. And right then, these guys came out with this song that was so good. And he's playing me. It was on record. He came over to like a family party. He's like, "Yo, check this guy out. We're this band or this what are they? This group, and my new act." And they were so good. So like 4 months later, we see him at the next party. I'm like, "Where are those guys? I expect to hear him like with Naughty by Nature." He goes, "Oh yeah, 2 of them are in jail. One of them shot this guy." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I think I'm getting out of the rap business." I'm like, "Maybe that's a good idea, dude." But I used to love stuff like Biggie, Tupac, Gravediggers, DOS Effects. I mean, you could name it. I'd tell you whether or not I liked it back then, but I used to listen to it all. The Loonies used to have this song be, "I got 5 on it, messing with that." You remember that tune? Anyway, this is a song called Brand New Flavor in Your Ear by a guy named Craig Mack. And I used to love this song. I used to play this song when I was in high school. every single day, I think. I just love this track. And we're going to just do our own version of it. Check this out. Just like you to blab, body kick and flap. A bad bit of batter, chatter, madder than the Mad Hatter. Data, got the fatter, I got the data, and make the body into aftermatter. Just like a piece of sizzling, you fit inside my stomach with the eggs and crisp between. The king is what I mean. The man gabber up and the hand start there. Now hold up, let's make this official. Everybody, let's agree that MCs need a tissue. The funk's my only issue. I bet your mama miss you when I bet the Mac take off like an MX missile. No more whining and you in the charts climb when you sit the harder than a diamond. Know who's rhyming? I guess you're gonna say Craig Mack with perfect timing. You won't be around next year. My rap's too severe, kicking mad flavor in your ear. Who's got the brand new flavor in your ear? Mark's brand new flavor in your ear. Craig Mack, 1,000 degrees. You'll be on your knees and you'll be burning, begging, please. Brother freeze, a man's undisputed. A deep front fucks to leave the brains booted. It's bad MC with stamina like Bruce Jenner, the winner, leaving MCs for dinner. You're crazy like that glue. I think that you could outdo my do one like the flu, boy. Flip boy all the time with the boy. Get but this it ain't worth the dime. Some competition with the workbook expedition to come around and knock me out position. Rap 'em out. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear, Max flavor in your ear. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear, Max brand new flavor in your ear. Yeah, I just love that one part. Craig Mack, 1,000 degrees. You'll be on your knees. You'll be burning, begging, please. I just love that vibe. Like, Craig Mack? Come on, guys. Seriously? That guy rocked. You like a little Craig Mack? Craig Mack, he was 1,000 degrees. You'll be on your knees, he said. You'll be burning, begging, please. You'll be like, look, what happened over there? How did you do that? It's crazy. Let's see what else we could play for you. Do you like that, Liz? I mean, honestly, I'm not a rapper, but I do like that. There's a couple other ones I used to love. Like, do you guys remember bum stickity bum hum? I got the rumpa pum pum. I got your fee fi your fo fiddly fum. Here I come, so Peter Piper. You remember that? That was Das Effects. That was killer back in the day. You know what I used to love was Bones. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Remember those guys? Oh, Anita, that's awesome. I love Craig Mack. That dude was killer. He passed away, unfortunately. He's cryogenically frozen. Cryogenically frozen. Craig Mack, 1,000 degrees. Join us on the next Unsolved Mysteries. Should we do a face swap? I think we should do a face swap.
It's Hammer.
We'll do a face swap and then we'll come back and play some more music. Because we were on the comedy tip. I don't want to totally switch it out, go back to music yet, but that was a little Craig Mack for you. So what I'm going to do here, you saw episode 1. I kind of want to go polar opposite and play something crazy, okay? Episode 11, all right? We did a little thing about how I came up with a couple of nicknames for you, just so you know what you expect while you're here. Nancy Pelosi is really Nancy Peloison, okay? Everything she touches, she turns to poison, so she's Peloison. Okay, so you could call her Peloison next time. And of course, when we do this clip right now, President G-Hole is a friggin' G-Hole. That's why I call him that, okay? He's no longer President G to me. He's a piece of G. He's a piece of G, really. But no, seriously, he's a G-Hole. And I'll tell him that when I see him. I'm going to do a FaceTime with him. And I'm going to tell him to his face, oh, hi, G-Hole. Oh, Zhizhang? Yeah, that's right, Zhizhang, G-Hole. So this is this is what happens pre the call to G-Hole, I think. I don't know. Take a look here. Oh, come on, you were supposed to start right then.
Harold and Jameson live from the studio. Donald J. Trump joins us to talk about President G.
Good afternoon. and thank you for joining me on the next episode of the Donald Trump Show. I believe this is episode 11. Unbelievable. I think this episode has to be about President G-Hole. Look, I got a problem with the G-Hole. He's out there delivering Fluhan all over the world. Everybody's blaming Trump. But the only person to blame is President G-Hole. But no matter what I say, they don't believe me. It's a weird world we're living in right now. It's either Trump or not Trump. Nobody's talking about the issues. What does Trump think about abortion? What does Biden think about? Well, let's be honest, Biden doesn't think about anything. But if he was to think about something, what would it be? Maybe, did I put underwear on this morning? Did I change my pants? Did I poop my pants? I don't know. These are maybe questions that Sleep Sofa Joe asks himself. But look, let's see if we have any clips for today. Do we have anything? Here we go.
世界卫生组织总干事先生
You guys couldn't get the subtitled version? I mean, what the hell? Where's my translator? God almighty. All right, I guess I'm going to have to respond and pretend I know what the hell he's talking about. Let's get back to it.
各位代表
Good day to you too, Giol.
首先
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption was a good movie, but what does that have to do with anything?
我认为
No, that's close. It's Dufresne. Andy Dufresne. I think he's trying to say the character's name from Shawshank.
在人类抗击新冠肺炎疫情的关键时刻
I'm not really sure who Kwame Shakur is. It may be Tupac's son.
突发事件
Oh, it is. Well, I have one question for you, G-Hole. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell the world what was going on? We could have done something about it. You know we call you a G-Hole, right?
举行这次世卫大会
Look, you brought it upon yourself. I can't control your actions, G. We only come up with nicknames for people based on their actions, and you've been a G-Hole. I'm sorry.
具有
You should be, Gio.
十分重要的意义
All right, look, I can't do this anymore. I can't understand him.
人类正在经历第二次世界大战结束以来
I'm not sure I appreciate your tone.
全球
What did you say to me?
新冠肺炎疫情突如其来
Okay, look, I need a translator. I can't freaking do this without a translator. I just can't. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He keeps saying things. It sounds like he's insulting the drummer.
最严重的
See? That's exactly what he's doing. He just said it, Ziyunda.
公共卫生
He said invasion. They invaded us with coronavirus.
现在已经波及
I'll tell you what, G-Hole, if you ever speak to me like that again, I'm gonna trump you right in the face. Anyway, look, that's about enough for today's episode of the Donald Trump Show. Remember that President G is now President G-Hole. Sleep Sofa Joe is probably taking a nap right now. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump Show. Have a good night.
Oh my goodness, Liz! Liz said she just had a near-death experience, guys. This is listen, this is very scary stuff. Liz, we're worried. Liz's phone died. And she couldn't open up the show right in the middle of that bit. Listen, Liz, don't worry about it. You can find all of the Donald Trump episodes on the platform. They're all there. I was doing one a day, but I retired it just at episode 25 a few days ago. My plan is tomorrow night. Join me, guys. We're going to play all of them back to back to back, okay? But right now, I'm going to play you another one, because what the heck? You guys are enjoying this, right? We can play more music whenever you want as well. Just keep that in mind. But let me play you a very quick thing that I think is very funny. Even if it's just the beginning, check this out real quick. This is one of the in-betweens right after I did the G-Hole episode. And then when I went to episode 12, I needed to have like a buffer. You know what I mean? And this was part of the buffer, really. Check it out.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio. Donald Trump discusses President Xi and Biden. Thank you. Thank you very much. So glad to be standing in front of you on this Friday. We've got a lot to discuss. China, did you hear about Bill Barr? Attorney General Bill Barr got up and said China is the worst thing to happen to America since China. That's right. We already had a problem with China, and we kind of let them come back. I think it may have been Reagan. It's not a good thing, I know. But China becomes part of the World Trade Organization again. And then, of course, they're going to let them do all kinds of things, and they're taking advantage of our country. It's important for you to understand that we're going to hold China and President Xi accountable. That's right. I know. Look, the Wuhan, China, they had their worst year in 67 years, and it's because of Trump. So we have to try to give them another bad year. Nobody has put more time and effort in than my number 2. That's right, Mike Pence, the greatest number 2. Mikey Pence. I call him Pensy. That's right. We have nicknames. Pensy. Of course, we call Biden Sleep Sofa Joe, or Bumbling Biden. He's a bumbling Biden. I joke that he's a bumbling Biden sleeping on the sleep sofa, but he really instead is the sleep sofa. Look, if I lose, it's going to be doubly bad because Sleep Sofa Joe is going to beat me. The guy can't even string 3 words together without a teleprompter. But look, we'll see what happens in the debates. Looking forward to it, Sleep Sofa. Bumbly, 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 bumbly. We'll have a lot of fun. Anyway, look, I gotta go.
Oh, guys, I do some silly stuff. I don't even realize it until I watch it back sometimes. Like, I forget about these. I do so many. I mean, literally every single day for the last 300 days, I've been making a face swap. So we can go through this forever, and I could spend probably 10 to 15 hours with you guys straight, and we won't run out of material. But I'm going to play you guys something right now because I want you to see something different than the Trump show, okay? Something that I think you'll enjoy, though. How about this? Ready? This was at the beginning. Right at the very beginning, we got into some stuff with New York.
Look, it's important that we stick together. We're New Yorkers. We're going to get through this. I'm not sure what Trump's doing. He keeps inciting anger within me personally, and we're going to do 3 things. Number 1, what we're going to do is we're going to deliver the ventilators we do have. The second one we're going to do is we're going to order more ventilators, and the third thing we're going to do is we are going to beat the COVID virus. And if we don't have help from Donald Trump, number 4 will be I kick him in the balls. Well, I think it's important for you to understand that we've been doing everything we can. We're on the front lines here. I'm going to fight back. We don't have any ventilators on stockpile. We have 2, and we have maybe another one somewhere in the back. I got to ask for the 3rd, but every time I ask, nobody's bringing me anything. I'm getting a lot of freaking crap from people. Look, New Yorkers are very resilient. We're going to wind up rising above. I mean, my brother wound up coming down with COVID because he's out there. Well, Chris should have known what was going on out there. The levels were rising, the highest levels we'd seen, and he's out there. So this is going to happen. I told him he's got to stay home, and he didn't listen. Look, and I told Chris, there's no timeouts with COVID-19. He thought he could take a timeout. You can't take a timeout with COVID.
You can't take a timeout. He's like, you take a timeout. Look, when I make these guys, I literally watch the mannerisms, and I'm creating content in real time, and then I just run and improvise, and whatever happens, happens. And they all become something. Like, here was a funny one at the beginning. Again, I made fun of my own governor here in Connecticut just because he's a fool. And this was at the very beginning also, right when I did that bit. The next night, I did this one because I remember this all. This was here we go.
COVID cases are skyrocketing. We have everybody home, not only essential workers, just the toll booths are open.
and no nail shops. We also can't have anybody out on the streets. We're trying to get people to stay home, and they won't listen to me right now. They're like, oh, I'm not going to listen to the governor. But we're going to start arresting people if they don't. We can stay ahead of the situation. We don't want to be out there and then trying to catch up. Look, we've been one of the most proactive states out there from the beginning. We shut down schools. I think we're the first one to shut down schools. And everyone else has followed suit. They should. We just have to be better about social distancing. Most people are not really doing that properly. I go to the food store. I see people that without masks. Don't stand over someone when you're going to get the onions. You don't want to stand over people. You don't want to stand next to people when you're getting Coca-Cola. You got to try to be away from everybody. The Doritos, they don't need anybody else sharing them with you. You shouldn't be sharing your Doritos with another person. Just grab your own Doritos. Go from the back. I always get my Doritos from the back. If you don't grab from the back, it's hit or miss, though. Sometimes you can go and there's only one left. So you got to just grab the last one.
Oh, my goodness. Guys, I totally forgot about the Doritos from the back. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he is such a chooch. Governor Lamont. Oh, let's shut down the world. I hear we have 4 cases. Let's make sure we shut down and put people in jail. Oh, don't stand over people when you're going to get the onions. When you're going to get Doritos, you go around the back. I always get the Doritos from the back. I'm like, what the? Where did I ever even come up with that? Oh my goodness, that was. If you go back on the Real Talk program here, you're gonna find that episode. All of these are there. How about this, guys? Did you ever see this? This is nuts. This one was totally nuts.
Good evening. Tonight, we have a very special interview. Joe Biden, former vice president and the presumptive candidate for the Democratic Party as president of the United States in 2020, joins us to discuss the rioting and Antifa. Bridget Firestone sits down with the vice president. Thank you for your time, Mr. Vice President. Well, I'm glad to sit down with you. I'm happy to talk to you about my campaign, about Donald Trump. Can we talk about Antifa? Look, straightforward question. Are you against Antifa? Do people want to know? Antifa? Well, I'm not sure how everybody keeps talking about my Antifa. I'm sick of people trying to put shade on my Antifa, okay? She's a good lady. She's never done nothing wrong. And my Aunt Judy told me that, too. She said, look, I'm telling you, Antifa's got nothing to do with this. Leave her out of it. You got a problem with anything, you could talk to smoking Joe Biden. Well, everybody keeps saying that Antifa... Look, I'm telling you now, my Antifa's got nothing to do with it. She's a very fine lady, okay? She makes a good meatloaf, and she likes to call her kids Pudgem. I'm not really sure what Pudgem means to this day, but my Antifa's a nice lady. Next question. I'm talking about the group Antifa? I don't know. If you're talking about a terror group, I'm against it. If you're talking about my Antifa, I love her. Fantastic Antifa.
Oh my goodness. So Denise, she's not with us tonight. Denise is awesome, and she sent me a meme. And the meme was, what did you say about my Antifa? And she goes, Mark, this would be a pretty cool face swap. And I'm like, look, anytime you guys want to send me a piece of content to bring into the show, I'm going to do it. And we created that. Now, the same music, I use that for a lot with Joe Biden because he's a sleep sofa. Guys, look, do you realize whatever he can, he takes a nap? I think he's mastered the ancient art of sleeping with his eyes open. It's something very few people on the planet can do successfully because they'll snore. But the sleeper, he's able to do his old DJ Napper routine. I'm very proud of him, actually. He could sit very still, but also seem sort of not dead like Weekend at Bernie's. I'm not really sure. Anyway, this is something that I thought was brilliantly funny. Back in the day, I'll play these 2 bits for you. This was the Democratic conventions. Ready? Here we go. My first question for the night is for Mike Bloomberg, and I'm going to ask you, Mike, do you think that Bernie Sanders could win? Well, I tell you, it's been very clear that they want Bernie to get the election so he can lose to Donald Trump. I'll tell you what, Vladimir Putin, I will never lose. You will never get anything from the United States of America. Guaranteed.
We gotta go, and we gotta stop him. Everybody's going crazy right now. I don't know what to say.
Now, Mr. Biden, do you think you really could be effective in this election?
Of course I'll be effective. I'll tell you how I'm a Joe Biden. I'll tell you two things I could do. I'm going to take on China, I'm going to take on Donald Trump, and I'm going to take on the NRA because I'm the best dancer we have.
I think we need to definitely get rid of Donald Trump. It's a very important thing that we work on to do it, to get rid of him.
Oh, you could get the whole world in your hands. The whole world in your hands. The whole world.
Paid for by Mike Bloomberg for president.
Oh my goodness. So that was number one. I'm just telling you guys too that I'm Mark Pires Real Talk everywhere, but on Twitter I'm Real Mark Pires because Mark Pires Real Talk is too long. Apparently these chooches. I don't really like Twitter anyway. They're censoring everybody. So why the hell would I want to go there? Why the hell would I want to go on there? Who's going to save us, huh? You, Lieutenant Weinberg. I sit 4,000 miles, 4,000 kilometers. I don't even know what he says. But anyway, that's my jack. So that's the debate. And then they whittled down. My favorite part is the guy who freaks out. He's like, and then the lady's like, we got to try to calm down here. We got to figure it out. We got to beat Donald Trump. Kirbyshire or whatever her name was, Corbyshire. She was horrendous. That's exactly what she sounded like, by the way. She was like, look, we have to figure out how to beat Donald Trump. We have to do it together. And we could do it. We could beat him. Did anybody remember her? Like, that's dead on. She was just up and down. Terrible, terrible. But this is what happened afterwards. It was down to 2.
Well, I'm very upset. I was doing really well. Now I'm not doing well at all.
Well, I think my Aunt Judy said it best. She said that I was the best candidate.
Did you always know that you'd be good at this?
But I was thinking that I was very good when it was hot outside and when the sun was beaming down on my head.
Oh, I would ask you, Joe, would you ever say that you would cut Medicare and Medicaid for all? Did you ever say that, Joe Biden?
I would never do that. I would never cut Social Security ever. My Aunt Judy would never let me.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if you listen to me, I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do. If you go to YouTube, you ever tried to do it before?
Of course not.
Did you ever say that before?
No.
Check out the YouTubes, and you can find everything that Joe is talking and saying he didn't do.
I've been doing it since 1947. I was the first guy to help. I was the last guy to help, and in between I helped as well.
You just be honest. Would you ever be able to do that?
I'll be the best hall monitor you'll ever find.
I will be the best. I have the best base. All my people love me.
I want to get Joe Biden in there. I won every single election. I don't even know how. Oh, what a great line to end on. I want to get Joe Biden in there. I've won every single election. I don't even know how. Look, I'm Joe Biden's husband, Joe Biden. Did you see that one? Oof. I'm going to play you one of my favorite episodes of the Donald Trump Show just because of what Joe Biden calls Barack Obama. And if anybody really thinks that Joe Biden is not racist, just give me a second here. You saw the first episode. You know he's got some issues. But this one was really funny just because he calls Barack Obama something. And nobody calls people out. It's the funniest thing in the world. But wait till you see. You'll be like, what the? Really? He did that? Here we go.
Hammerlin Jameson, live from the studio. Donald Trump joins us for the 7th episode of the Donald Trump Show.
Thank you very much for joining me on episode 7 of the Donald Trump Show. We're going to get right into it today. I've got a lot more on Sleep Sofa Joe. That's right, we're calling him Bumbling Biden as well now. So let's get into it. What do we got? First clip of the show.
You gotta, we gotta reassure, look, here, my message to everybody I talk to is we're gonna get through this.
Are you sure, Joe? It looks like you can't even get through a sentence.
We provide a Medicare option. That's exactly what Rap Rock and I talked about in the beginning.
I'm sorry, did he just call Barack Rap Rock? I didn't realize he had a pet name for Barack Obama. Hey, Rap Rock, let's get together and go and talk about that foreign policy. Hey, Rap Rock, you want to get together and play some basketball? Hey, Rap Rock, could you make me a PB&J? Absolutely hilarious.
I made a mistake. I said it 14 years ago. I trusted George Bush to keep his word. He said he was not going to go into Iraq.
This is when it gets really interesting. You ready?
Only way we're going to get rid of Saddam Hussein. And it's going to require guys like you in uniform to be back on foot in the desert taking taking Saddam down.
Wait, I'm sorry, but didn't you just say that you were against the war, Sleepsover? I think he's losing his memory again.
From the moment shock and awe started, from that moment, I was opposed to the effort and I was outspoken.
Let's take a look at Outspoken Joe. That's maybe his news. Maybe we'll call him Outspoken Joe if it's good. Let's see.
Some of my own party have said that it was a mistake to go to Iraq in the first place. But the cost of not acting against Saddam, I think, would have been much greater. The President of the United States is a bold leader, and he is popular.
No, after that clip, that's it. We're going to call him Backtrack Biden. That's right. He backtracks. He said that he didn't support the war, that he's talking about George Bush like they're best friends. I'm not sure what's true with Sleepsover Joe.
When I marched in the civil rights movement, I marched with tens of thousands of others to change attitudes. And we changed attitudes.
When I was about the age of the guy standing over there, I got involved in the civil rights movement.
And now, the truth.
I was not an activist. I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma. I was not anywhere else.
Okay, so basically, Sleepsover Joe never did any actual protesting, although he's been campaigning on it for his entire career.
The first year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be in law school and ended up in the bottom two-thirds of my class, and then decided I wanted to stay, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class.
Look, I really want you to pay attention to the detail in this video right here.
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect.
I'm pretty sure that your IQ is a moving number, Sleepsover.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship.
So let's get to the truth.
Senator Joseph Biden may have more explaining to do.
The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
And in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I won the International Moot Court competition. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
If I could say one thing.
Look, the facts are Sleepsover Joe was a terrible student.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class.
He didn't?
That he does not have 3 degrees from college.
He doesn't?
And that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Really?
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't stop laughing. Back then, I guess they didn't fact check you in real time. That must have been a couple weeks later. So funny.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
Sleepsover Joe makes up things. Bumbling Biden. Did you hear him bumble there? He's a bumbler. Bumbling Biden strikes again. He's a bumbling Sleepsover.
So I love that episode because what happens is this. That was the turning point. The first 6, I was just ripping on Joe Biden. I would just talk about how he's going to poop his pants because he said, look, I got to go do a boom, boom, boom. Oh, Lindy, thank you so much. You guys mean so much to me, first of all. And every single night I start at 10:30 p.m. I try to start earlier. Okay, I'll tell you the breakdown. I got 3 kids, 5, 10, and 12. And right now they're working from home, doing school from home because I know, and again, I'm the optimist. I am the ultimate positivity guy. I'm keeping my children home until November 5th because they're going to lock down the country on October 18th. Why would you say that, Mark? Because they need to. You're watching why. He's a friggin' Sleepsover. They have to steal this election. Eastern time, every night at 10:30, we do from 10:30 to right now it's 1:30. We've been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes. And guys, I'm not done. We got another 2 hours in us. You up for it? And I often think it was tough to go 600 days and just have like some people would show up occasionally, but some days I'd be on with 0 people, and day like 500 at 4:30 I'd be like by myself. And I broadcast a 2-hour show, 3 hours, because the content is meant to come out. Okay, when you channel the universe and you let the spirit of the universe through you and out to the world, in order for everybody to feel something, in order to grab something, it is unending. And at 2 hours and 40 minutes, I can grab that energy and just shift it to you. And that's why we're here, and why I'll be here every day that I'm breathing. If the heart's beating, I'm here with you. We're going to write music every day. We're going to go through face swaps. I'm going to create face swaps for you every single day. I don't know how to stop. The difference is, once I could figure out how to actually not have to focus so much on real estate and give you guys my full attention, and where I could actually create face swaps all day long and just go live for 10 hours a day. But that doesn't happen. For a while. I gotta focus on my business, on my real estate business. Continue to build out the Real Talk team. So if you guys are in the Connecticut area, New York or Connecticut, I started the Real Talk team, the MARKPIRES Real Talk team. And so what I'm looking for is people that want to give it to people straight. That's what I say Real Talk is giving it to people straight. There's being honest with someone, and then there's trying to be shifty, which, if you were listening a little while ago, I said, people are so smart. Not everyone, but most people have that BS gauge. It just kind of like, guys, it's in our DNA, in each and every one of us. And when someone looks at me and lies to my face, I know they're lying to my face, and I just throw them on that column, and what I'm looking for on the Real Talk team is people who want to tell people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Now, I get most of the listings I go in to pitch because I tell people what they need to hear. But the ones I don't get, it's because I tell people what they need to hear. Some people want to be, fluffed up. Oh, isn't my house worth? I have to be honest always. I can't live with myself. I don't help my client by telling them something that doesn't help them, so I've been there before, and I'm 13 years of construction experience, building, renovating homes and design, all that stuff, and saying, what you could do with this place is what do you mean my place is perfect? Look, if it was perfect, then you wouldn't have to worry about someone having an issue with it. But bottom line is, people have no ability to see through work. In this day and age, they want it perfect, or they will just walk to another property, or they'll just hit you. If say, for example, you have to do $5,000 worth of work in a house, a buyer comes along and takes $50,000 off the price. And I'm always like, if you had the opportunity to, and this is something I wanted to do myself, but if you had the opportunity to throw a couple $1,000s to fix a problem in order to get 10 times that, would you do it? So one of the things I bring to the table, the Real Talk team brings to the table, is construction experience. And when I go through a house, and I've been renovating homes for 13 years before I started selling homes for 13 years, and someone needs a kitchen, or they have to do the bathrooms over, or they wanted to have hardwood floors, I know all of those per square foot prices and what the range is for a kitchen because I did it for 13 years. So as a real estate agent, my added value is also that I was a builder for 13 years with my father and my brother. So I'm added value of construction, value of control. Here's the benefit of having someone who's done what I did prior to real estate. I've seen this happen before. Someone comes into my listing, they love it, but this is what happens. Tell me if you've ever heard this. This is my favorite home. I really love it, but I wanted to bring my contractor through first just to make sure that, that there's no any dust inside the cabinets. Like, we don't even know what people want to do this for, but I'm like, wait, you want to bring your contractor through? Look, I built homes, renovated homes for 13 years. I'm happy to give you a gauge on what things will cost you if you want to change anything. No, we don't trust the listing agent. Okay, great. Well, by the way, by the time your contractor had time, because they don't want to do this. No contractor wants to do that for free. Go out and give you I'll walk through just in case you get the house. No, they're busy. By the time they get there, someone else swoops in, buys the house. When I'm your listing agent, your buying agent, when we go into a property, I'm gauging it out in real time with you. I walk through with my clients and I'm like, look, you got $65,000 worth of work in this house. Did you see those bathrooms? Each bathroom's $12,500 to $15,000. And then you got over there the kitchen. You're talking about putting in a new kitchen. You know that's at least $30,000 to $45,000, right? All of a sudden your numbers look a little different and you're saying to yourself, maybe this isn't the opportunity for me. And that's my added value, is I let people know in real time if something's a good value or not. And if it is, we're going to jump on it so we can get it, hopefully at the lowest possible price. But the longer you wait, the more you pay. Someone else comes along and now they're offering and you're offering. Guess what? You're in a bidding war. Wow, did we get into the real estate topic quickly? Yes, Conway, I would love to list your house. I literally focus all my time when I'm not doing real talk on real estate. And another thing that I do is, look, I'm an innovator when it comes to business. I don't want to just be like anything else. So when I got my real estate license, 2013, I sold a house in New Canaan and I bought a drone. The story behind that is I had a $5.5 million listing in New Canaan, and the people that owned the house wanted me to get an aerial shot. Now, to get an aerial shot back then was a $350 ordeal. You had to wait 2.5 weeks for the guy to get into a helicopter. He's out there in his freaking telephoto lens, right, shooting whatever angles he wants. Then 2.5 weeks later, you get the photos. You're like, wow. You know what I mean? So I thought about this. I got to wait 3 weeks. I got to pay $350. And what is that? I'm 30, I think I was 32 or 33 at the time. So I thought to myself, and no one had done this. There's two technologies that I pioneered, nobody else had done prior, and I wanted to do it because, and I'll tell you about both of them real quick. The first thing, 2013, October, I bought a drone. I go over to my client's house, just sold his house. He's moving to Florida. And I said, you know what, Jeff? I'm going to fly this new tech. It's a drone. I'm going to get all these great angles of the property that you lived in for 23 years. So when you go and you're down in Florida in 5-6 years and you open up one of those photo albums, you happen to capture a couple pages of the photos I take for you here. He goes, wow, Mark, I really like that. Do you mind if I write a little something? You know, I used to be in PR. You know that, right? I'm like, yeah, I know that, Jeff. Do you mind if I write a little something and just send it to the paper in town here? I'm like, sure, whatever, you know. He sends a little thing into the paper. I should find... Send something in the paper. Before you know it, one thing leads to another. And let me move this closer. Oh, shoot. No, that's my coffee. Hold on. It's basically empty anyway. Let me see if I can show you this. Taking to the skies. There's my drone. Do you see my drone up on the top of the photo? So if you could get even closer, see if you could read the top line. It's too hard to read. Let me read this to you. So this is 20. Let me tell you the date. It was 2013. I don't know the exact date. I think it was October 11th, 2013, actually, to be exact. Mark Pires, a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker at the time, now with Berkshire. Flies his custom-built quadcopter. I was saying quadcopter at the time because then you couldn't say drone. They were like, the FAA was all over everybody about commercial photography. And I didn't consider myself commercial. I'll tell you why in a moment. Which simultaneously shoots stills and videos at a Fairfield home on Monday. Mark Pires is the first agent to offer this state-of-the-art aerial service. Top, an aerial photo of the property. And then there's another one here from a different article I had from a different paper. And so what happens is, let me tell you something first and foremost, guys. When you innovate, people get a little pissed off. And so all of a sudden I have a ton of agents. I'm the young guy in town. I wear a suit every single day. And I brought a new technology to the market. Nobody in Fairfield County had done it. So now I'm in the paper. I'm on Fox News multiple times that year in 2013. I was on Channel 8, Channel 12. And they're all interviewing me about the drone. And they're asking me, well, are you going to stop? Because the FAA is going to take you down. They're taking anybody who's flying drones down. I said, excuse me? First of all, they're taking people that are using it commercially. I offer, and I still offer this to every single client I work with, drone aerial photography at no charge every month. It started as just drone aerial photography. I'd do it once, but I started realizing, like, as an artist, I'll drive and I'll see like this amazing sunset. And I'll be like, whatever properties that I have on the market get the benefits of more aerial photography. So every month I shoot new shots. Part of the deal, it's just added value, plus the construction benefit. And I broadcast from the home once a week. That's the other thing I want to start doing. If things go back to normal, is we'll be broadcasting the Real Talk show once a week from one of my properties. So all we need to do is get more properties. I sold basically everything I have, honestly. So yeah, I would love to list your house. If I'm not sure where you are, Conway. But Conway, I would love that. Wait, who's in Connecticut? Conway, are you in Connecticut? Because I am in Connecticut. Oh, thanks, Nita. You know what? This is the crazy thing. Here's the full story. I was writing a lot of music, traveling the country, but I really didn't want it, guys. I really didn't want it. I was thinking back now. Like, my dedication to this program for 620 days and beyond, to have like a personal agenda that every single day I'm going to show up until my heart stops. It's something I wouldn't have been ready for prior to December 31st, 2018. And I also think, as crazy as this sounds, if Donald Trump was not the president and the hatred for him created by the left-wing mass media, or what I call the National Enquirer 2020, bat with human ear on page 4. If we didn't have that, I never would have started this show. But the negativity on the Negatube forced my hand. I was actually terrified. As a kid, I knew one day I'd have to stand up and bring people together. I didn't know why. I just knew it. I felt it, and I was scared of it. It's a scary thing when you decide that every day you're going to try to bring people together, and instead of let them be divided by the world around us. I started realizing that we can control it. We can control it all, right here. One of my favorite things was the other day. Conway, it doesn't matter where you're from, because what the other thing I do is this, just so you know. And then remind me where I was. I want to get back to the point I was just saying. But Conway, so my favorite thing to do is to find agents for people that are not around me. Like, I love to work with people, but if you're not in Connecticut or New York, what I do is I get the agent or the manager from the city. So say you're from Santa Fe. I would call Santa Fe's manager from Berkshire Hathaway. And then the crazy thing is this is what I was trying to tell you originally. How often do you sell a house? Think about this. Like once every 7 years? When's the last time you sold your house? Maybe 3 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. You don't do it that often. So when you're asking the questions of an agent that you're going to work with, you're most likely asking a pretty, straightforward question. You're not really sure the meat behind that character and what they should be doing for you. So here's what I always say. Interview a few agents. Conway, call a couple people, check them out, and then shoot me a message. Very simple. It's mark@markpiresrealtalk.com. You guys send me notes. I'd love to connect with you offline. I've got a Discord you can go and check out and join over there. I would definitely love to just continue to see if we can build as many souls as possible here to get away from the darkness and build some light together and blow that crap out of the water. What the heck? I'll tell you what we do here is so much stronger than the negativity out there. I feel it when we're in it. And I'm like, nothing is going to stop this. And just so you know, the amount of noise I've heard in the 620 days. Oh, geez, but you don't even have anybody watching you. Why are you even doing it? Nobody even likes your stuff. Like, you're broadcasting to 0 people. And I just don't even, you know what I do? I take that noise and I got a quote. My quote is, when someone tells you can't smile, and thank them for the fuel. I've been thanking people for fuel like a mo. Are you kidding me? I'm looking left to right like, thank you. Putting that in my gas tank. I can't wait till that day I'm feeling down on myself and I think about that person that said, you can't do this. You suck. You got nobody watching you. Why are you going to still keep going every day? You do 2 to 5. Nobody's even watching you. Yeah, good job, buddy. You're a loser. I don't care. I take it all. Because energy, whether it's negative or positive, it's energy. So I'm going to take that negative. I'm going to turn it into a positive right here on this program with you guys. And so 620, I don't let that bother me, guys. I just say, okay, I'm going to put my blinders up because I'm seeing day 620 while I'm here with Nita and I'm here with Beth and I'm here with Lindy and I'm seeing it. I see it when Sheba's here with me and we're connecting every single night. We're playing music. It's right in my face now. It's been there every single day for 620 without you guys being here. I knew the day would come where we would be here together. And so getting back to me being here for 2 hours and 55 minutes right now. My energy is boundless. We could do this for 10, 12 hours, guys. Just spread the word. Let's just get people here. I know my purpose in life. It's to be here with you every single second I can. And honestly, when I can. I remember I used to love the movie Ed TV. I remember, like, as a kid, I'd be like, I would do that. We did 6 hours the other day, and I was like, if I had started at 5 in the afternoon, we could have done 12 hours. I'm straight up with that. You guys feed me positivity. I give it right back, but we're like, it's a cycle. And guess what else we get? When we're out there in this other world, the one that's killing us, they're feeding us the negativity. They're force feeding us the division. Oh, well, you're that color. You're that color. Brr. How are you as a person? I don't give a crap about your color. What? Who made up this whole color thing? I'm colorblind. You know what? I see the light within you. And if you bring it to the surface, together we're going to do something to make a change in this world. And that's all I want to do. So getting back to it, my friends, let's play a little something here, a little face swap. I want to give you guys a little something here that I think is very funny. This is episode 9 of the Donald Trump Show. It's called The Great Wall of Trump. Really? Check it out. Winning big league. Really. Pensy, did you see this one? The Great Wall of Trump? I did, Mr. President.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio with episode 9 of the Donald Trump Show, The Great Wall of Trump. Thank you very much for joining me. Episode 9 of the Donald Trump Show. That's right. We're going to get into it today. I've got a lot to share with you. Border wall. Everybody's always saying, Trump, when are you going to build the border wall? We're building the wall. But they gave me such a hard time. Such a hard time.
The President of the United States, having failed to get Mexico to pay for his ineffective, unnecessary border wall.
We'll get back to Schumer and Pelosi after some other clips. I think you guys may like these others, and we'll put it all into perspective. It's Trump Show. I'm just going to show you how other presidents felt about immigration.
The bill before us will certainly do some good.
Well, let's start with that. He says he wants to do some good. Let's see what's next.
It will authorize some badly needed funding for better fences and better security along our borders.
Holy cow. Obama wanted to put up a fence. Nobody cares. I want to build a wall stronger. They have a problem with that. We're talking Three Little Pigs, people. He wants to use a fence. I'm talking about a wall that the big bad wolf can't blow down.
The fence is now basically complete.
Wow, Barack, you got 5 years out of that fence. Good job. We had to start building an actual wall because what you did was crap.
Maybe they'll need a moat.
Or maybe they'll need a wall.
Maybe they want alligators in the moat.
Now that one I have to give Barack. That was hilarious. Still, I'll take the wall.
Every place in this country are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country.
Bill Clinton says illegal aliens and everybody applauds and they get behind him. But Trump does, and they call him a xenophobe and a racist.
The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers.
You see, they're always with you when they need the vote. But as soon as they get in office, they turn on you. Get used to it, people. It's the way it's always been with the Democrats.
That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more.
Can you believe that?
By deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before.
Maybe I should hire Bill to say his words / my words on the campaign trail.
I voted for a fence. I voted unlike most Democrats, and some of you won't like it. I voted for 700-mile fence.
Wait, Sleep Sofa Joe voted for a fence too?
Let me tell you something, folks. People are driving across that border with tons, hear me, tons of everything from byproducts from methamphetamine to cocaine to heroin.
And listening to